Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
We want to talk boxing, real boxing. TheBoxingVoice.com. The kid is back, and I ain't going nowhere. And all you motherfuckers out there watching this know who you see every fucking day.
Devin Haney.
My consistency is unmatched. You ain't been here 12 years in this shit, and I'm gonna be here tomorrow. I don't need no fucking deal. I don't need no fucking deal. I don't need no fucking deal. Niggas is gonna come listen to me because they gonna come listen to me.
Devin Haney.
Don't leave. Truth hurts, motherfuckers.
SDS Promotions.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Man, am I happy. Boxing gods have heard my cries. They've heard my woes. And they said, Ness, we got you. Subriel Matias, Eddie Hearn, The Link Up, Big Tings. Shout out to my Jamaican, all my brethrens out there. The Caribe's about to be popping. Danny, what you saying, bruv? We out, right? We going to La Isla del Encanto, right? Like, we out? Because y'all know you got a relationship with my man, Liam Paro. It ain't like you just about to let him get his biggest fight of his career and not show up for it.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, you on
I
the spot?
think
That put you on the spot?
logistically, yeah, you put me on the spot. I think logistically, we would have to make it make sense to go out there.
What
You know,
you
people.
mean? Make it make
No, no,
sense, bro. This is a
no.
huge
Look,
fight.
Ness. Look, people. You know, people be saying these things, these mean things about you, but in reality, you know, you and I, a guy. You just called me the other day. You said, "Hey, bro, you ain't been to Puerto Rico. Let me fly you to Puerto Rico so you could go cover Jake and Amanda." And what I said, I'm cool. So, you know, I think it has to make sense. It has to be something
I mean, so you saying
worthwhile.
this one don't make sense because you said that story. That one didn't make sense. Are you saying this one falls on the same
I
path?
don't know,
Because
bro. I
my
feel
thing
like I feel
is,
like
I believe Bill or Devin will be in the crowd. Um, the connection is Liam Paro. It's been public record that they've sparred. It's plenty of industry rumors that his face was broken. So if Paro does good, I think, you know what I'm saying? Like Richardson Hitchens and like Javonta Davis, they see something and they like, oh, you fool. And that's how it is. I go scout you and I see your mistakes and you become fooled. And I think the common opponent can give Bill and Devin that confidence necessary. Like, okay, we did this with Paro and that's how he did with Paro? Or Paro got that off on him. He ain't get that off on us.
So this is like some you hopeful like for a Matias fight shit, right?
Well, it's not hopeful.
Like,
I mean,
is
isn't
that
Devin
the way
Haney
you're
a
looking at
W?
it?
No, I'm not hopeful. I'm saying, isn't Devin Haney a WBC champion? And if this guy signs the Matchroom, I mean, I know Haney is not tied to Matchroom, but he's done business with them twice now. And they will have now one of the belts. They've paid him well in the past. Like, it just makes sense, Danny. It's easier to deal with Eddie than it is with Bob based off pay. Devin made $2 million over there, 2.8, 3 million something. Over here, he made 4, 5, 6, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Over here, they gave him a pay-per-view. I'm just saying, it seems to me If Eddie is signing Matias and giving him a hometown fight, absolutely this can lead to a Devin Haney unification. I want to know now why you think it doesn't.
I just don't. So the way you were saying is like, oh yeah, yeah, we just gotta see it. You feel me? See somebody else do it. Like I don't think that's the case. I think that they know styles make fights, and they know that. I mean, I believe that's an easy stylistic fight for Devin. I just don't think that's like a big fight. I don't think that a Liam Paro's gonna like sway it either way. Um, does it stop somebody from being taking a look? No, I mean maybe not. It is Puerto Rico at the end of the day, but I just don't know that like this would be like the fight to set up. Like I think that it's just you know
I'm just
a fight,
saying, champ. You have
and then
more,
you hit it on the head too. You hit it on the head. That ain't even with Matchroom.
and that's my thing. More reason to sign. You could get a unification over there. You know, you got the Ryan fight over there, and Richardson Hitchens. I mean, Matchroom could offer you a 2-fight deal with the option of co-promoting the Ryan. You pick up a strap. You unify. I love it. I mean, I'm thinking if this is real, I'm probably going. I want to see the undercard because obviously Matchroom would be signing Liam Paro. What sort of an undercard do they make for this? I mean, excuse me, signing Matias. So what kind of an undercard do they make for this? Like, is it even worth the trip? But believe me, if they do anything halfway decent, I'm in there. And they talking June too? What? Come on,
So
bro.
is this like for sure? Or is this just like we hoping to get this done?
What is for sure? Like is this fight for sure? I mean, this is the rumors, industry rumors. Boxing scene is
Oh,
reporting.
okay.
Many people reporting this. I spoke to Liam Paro. He talking about this the
I ain't
first
even heard about it, champ.
Yeah, he talking about this the first I've heard of it. I'm like, come on, bro. Give me more than that. Don't hit me with the first I've heard of it. But it's okay. Look, usually when they answer you like that, it's because it is real and they don't want to ruin it. Because this is his first title opportunity. So he ain't trying to let the cat out the bag, and I respect that. We do have a
Yo,
guest.
I just gotta ask. I just gotta ask this. I mean, first official, right? He had the title opportunity with Regis that fell through for him at least. Um, I want your thoughts, bro. There's a video circulating. I think it's probably the most popular boxing video this weekend. It's of the dude Aziz, the Aziz, right?
I ain't see it. What he says?
Nah, when he fighting, he just fought this weekend, right?
Yeah,
He just
versus
fought this weekend.
Buatsi.
All right, yeah, it was like a 1 minute highlight video that's viral, like for sure, worldwide viral. Ice Cube's son posted it. That alone did like 8 million.
What'd he do?
And it's just a highlight from this past fight. That's it. And it's funny, right? Because he was like impressed. My cousin sent it to me on Instagram, and he's like, yo, this fucking sports fans are so pathetic. Just look at the comments, right? So I look at the comments, and I didn't know like what exactly he was talking about. Some people in the comments was talking shit. Some was about him. Some about the ref. So I'm like, what you talking about, the ref? He like, yeah, it's clear why he kept jumping in. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I thought this was a terrible ref based on this highlight video. You feel me? I just knew you'd seen it because it's been everywhere. Like everybody's talking about it. I'm just shocked because it's like I'd never seen dude even fight before. And on 2 separate videos, he got like 13 million views, so. But
I mean, he lost. So I don't know how much that's going to help him because it was Buatsi that won.
Who's the dude that does the Prince Nassim shit?
Ben Whittaker. Is
That's
that?
who I'm talking about. Ben Whittaker.
Oh,
That was just this past weekend, right? That
yeah.
was just Saturday,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, no,
my bad.
that's certainly going viral. Everybody, I mean, he's showboating and he's from the UK, so they right away linked him to Prince Nassim Hamed and asking, is this the new Prince Nassim Hamed? He looked good showboating, but bruv, he fought a dude that was like 13-10. Like, you know what I mean? Let's get real. You feel me? Like, but that's official for Ben, man. More people need to do that. Style on your weak opposition so that you can, bubble, because he got motherfuckers talking. And the ref, I don't think nobody likes the ref for fucking messing up his showboating.
Bro, and that's what I'm saying. Like the clip he sending me, they talking about the dude rabbit punching, and I'm like, bro, what rabbit punches you see? Like, what the fuck we talking about? And it's just the shit's literally been everywhere right now. I'm gonna send it to you. I was just curious if you had seen it.
Nah,
'Cause
yeah, I see it. It's that you were saying the wrong name. You was saying Aziz. So I'm like, okay, Aziz
Nah,
fought.
I just knew. I watched the card, bro. Like this is my first Peacock card. I ain't never seen none of them. You feel me?
Word.
So
What
I'm
the fuck
at
made
the.
you watch Peacock over the zone card?
I was at the zone card, brother. I had the
Oh,
Peacock card pulled up on my laptop. I'm there. I'm at the
yeah,
zone
yeah, yeah,
card.
yeah.
I seen all 200 Essex fans come out support Big Boss, Johnny Fisher. That was incredible, my friend.
Mm.
That was dope. So I had it pulled up. I knew I'd watch them for the first time. I had it on my laptop. I wanted to see what the Peacock product was gonna deliver with boxing. I watched
So you
them
paid
with
for that
football.
shit?
I have it.
But everybody keeps trying to hit me with the I haven't. My bro, boxing is not free. You got to pay for the $5.99 to get it. So you was already paying for the Peacock's paid version, not the free version?
Nah, I've been paying for Peacock.
Okay. So what
Yeah, I've
you
been
was using Peacock previously because of football, I'm assuming.
college football, yes sir,
All
college
right. You
football.
see, it makes sense for you. I'm taking a stand. I'm not buying that shit. I don't have it now. They don't got nothing I'm interested in, and I'm about to get it just for some UK dudes? No way, Jose. It's just not happening.
I thought you was watching that one show on
Fresh
Peacock.
Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
That was free. I was free. I got it because it
Oh
was free.
wow.
And I watched it because it
Oh
was free,
wow.
and I ain't even finished watching it. Who has the time, right? But, like, if they really
Yeah,
think
I
they
ain't
get
know.
only time they getting $5.99 out of me is when someone of interest fights. Like, if they do another Clarissa fight, they'll get $5.99 that month. Other than that, there's nothing there I care about, bro. Like Buatsi, please, my man's a sidestepper. He been sidestepping for like 4 years. I'm good off that.
No, like I said, I'm already paying for it. I've been paying for it because of college football. Um so for me it was like, oh shit, this fight's on. I'm just sitting here watching these other fights.
Yeah, they got to do better, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Boxer is just fragmenting the sport. First of all, you put in domestic level fights, and you think Americans gonna pay, while you providing those domestic level fights for free on Sky Sports to the UK people. You know what I'm saying? Like, this next fight they got, like, why am I paying for Wardley and Frazier Clark? Like, they've bumped their heads over that boxer. Shalom is silly. You muted.
Yeah, man, I'm not making no excuses for the guy. I just know that this is a sport that your pay-per-view rollout is like guys, that have fought like once in 3.5, 4 years,
No, for
and
sure. But
guys who just
that's
won a
not how
belt
you
not
purchase
defending their
things.
belt.
That's not how you
Huh?
purchase. That's not how you purchase. You don't purchase because the car you looked at got a flat, so you go buy the brand new car out like that ain't how you keep finding the deal, and that's not a deal. Like, dudes that we never heard of, that we don't have any attachment to behind a paywall and their prospects. Like, bro, at least PBC is charging for former world champion Keith Thurman, 2-time former world champ, former unified, fought Manny
Yo,
Pacquiao, and now
I
he's
can't
getting in there
believe
with
you ain't.
Zoo. Like, how the
I
fuck could
can't.
you compare the boxer card to the PBC pay per view? That's crazy.
No, no. I mean, the pay per view gonna cost us $70 or whatever it's gonna cost us. Peacock is what Peacock is. Um, but look, man, we just gotta wait and see what else they're able to put on it. I think that keeping their guys and girls busy is important for them over there as well. But they gotta do. That was again my first time tuning in, but they gotta do. I do agree a better job at putting shows together, but that's everybody, truth be told. And if we sit back and think about some of the shows they have put together, we would have been cool with some of the previous shows on Peacock. Yeah, granted, some of these shows recently, but like, the Clarissa Shields and uh the girl, you know what I'm talking, Savannah Marshall. You get what I'm saying? Like, we would have been cool paying for that.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, I can pay for something that I know, and that's a championship fight, bro, with belts on the line. You asking me to pay for a prospect in Buatsi versus another prospect in Dan Aziz and watch another prospect
Well,
in Ben
it's all
Whittaker,
subscription price.
I'm still paying.
No, I hear you, and I just said that. I just said.
And I'm paying for a signal. It's not even a pure Peacock broadcast. They just pointing the server
I
to
mean,
Peacock.
if you saw my interview with Steven Espinoza, neither the Amazon Prime, that shit ain't gonna be no Amazon thing. They just sending a signal. Like,
No, they not, bro. You didn't even listen to. First of all, maybe you're confused by what I said, and you're confused in your own interview. But I
I
watched your
mean, yeah,
interview. What the man
yeah, no,
told you, you're gonna
no,
talk with me
repeat what you said. I don't want to hear what he said. I'll talk to him. Repeat what you said.
about.
What you just said, brother, about the signal.
I said Peacock isn't doing their own broadcast. They're just receiving a signal. And you
Okay,
said, well,
yeah.
you came in and started talking about Espinoza, which has nothing to do with that.
You said, why would I pay when they just get in the signal and it's a product I don't want? And I'm saying that
I
they're
didn't
just
say all
getting the
those extra
signal.
words, but okay, we'll go down the street with you.
I mean, I'm saying the last 30 to 45 seconds, just in summary, right quick.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that Amazon, that they don't even put on their own Thursday night football production, that they received that from NBC, and that they're just the ones to stream it.
Danny, the issue with what you're saying and why I'm saying it has nothing to do with what I'm saying is because your conversation is with an American about an American broadcast, and the production is what we're talking about. And the lack of production from Peacock. They're just receiving a signal. So because they're receiving a signal from a UK country with UK broadcasters and UK announcers and UK fighters, what exactly and how are they enticing Americans? It's not like a previous broadcast that we've gotten from many other promoters where they get the signal, but now you got ex-commentator from America helping the American viewing audience get familiar with an American voice. This is just a signal. It is just being pointed to Peacock, and we are supposed to just pay to see the same exact broadcast UK gets for free. That's all I'm saying. What you're talking about, I don't even know.
Oh, all right then.
But we got a guest in 2 minutes. We're going to have Ja Rico Quinn, O'Quinn, excuse me, who got the big knockout over the South Slomachenko. What is his first name? Is it Paul McGrady? McGreedy or Peter? Do you remember that guy that just got the knockout or no? On
Peter
Twitter,
McGrail?
yeah,
Who
the
you
one
talking
that got
about?
knocked out by O'Quinn. I think the Twitter's not working. Nike, let me know if you hear me. Can I hear you? Can you hear me? Can you unmute Nike? Yeah, this ain't working again. Fucking Twitter blows, bro.
But if you are tuned in, smash the like. It is free. Hit the subscribe button. Yeah, I think you're talking about Peter McGrail, champ.
Yeah, Peter McGrail is who I'm talking about. I swear, I hate Twitter.
And you said that's who we gonna have on the show?
No, we're gonna have Jarico O'Quinn and knocked him out.
Oh,
McGrail's
from
getting
Detroit, right?
the rematch. Yep.
Hey, yeah, no, it's funny. Somebody told me just this weekend at the matchroom card, they're like, "Yo, I actually listened and I took your bet, bro. I won on that Jarico fight."
Oh wow.
And it was like, bro, I just looked at him. I'm like, I know I ain't bet that fight. So it was like, I'm like, they just made money because they took my pick. And it's like I ain't even take my own pick. And these motherfuckers
I didn't
hit.
even know you picked Jarico over McGrail. That's crazy.
I saw him fight on that
Yeah, on the Detroit card
on the
with
Detroit
Bumgarner, right?
card. But bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what the fuck I said to this dude that made him like. I don't know, bro. I must have been real high because I'm like, what I say to you to lead you to believe that I was picking him? Cause he like, damn, you ain't. I'm like, hell nah. I don't know, bro. We be talking so much boxing. You break down the fight, and it's like you break down the fight. I guess people get to thinking, you wit one way or the other.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Blog Talk is down, ladies and gentlemen. That shit ain't working. So we're doing Twitter, Discord, like yesterday. Yeah, man. I do enjoy this fight, man. I hope that it pans out. But it looks like we got our first guest here. Jarico, what's going on, champ?
What's going on?
How are you, brother?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy to have you on the show. Thank you for giving us the time. Obviously, we had you on before your big win, and we haven't been able to get you back on since then just to give you that victory lap. Take us back to it, man. Obviously, me and my co-host got an opportunity to see you in Detroit, but you really showed out for this McGrail fight, man. And you're taking the rematch. So just talk to us a little bit about that.
Uh, Thank y'all for congratulating me on the win. I'm getting in the middle of getting my hair done. Don't mind that. The win felt good getting. You know what I'm saying? I was counting out all odds against me and everything. And I came in. I knew he was I went into the fight knowing that I had all odds stacked against me. It was no way possible that I could win. You know what I'm saying? Unless I knocked him out or got a TKO. And I knew he was a little chinny because I watched his last fight, and the dude Frank Mendoza had hit him with a straight left hand, and he had like stumbled back against the ropes. And I knew once I caught his time, because I told my corner and them before the fight, like, look, he gonna come out there on me. He gonna come out there on fire. He's fresh off the Olympics, basically. He gonna come out shooting at me. I told him, don't panic. It's gonna take me a minute to catch his time, and when I catch his timing, things gonna change. I didn't expect to knock him out cold. I thought I was gonna hurt him and hop on him and finish him. But shit, you know how it went. That was all she wrote.
So now in this rematch, how do you, I guess, not get caught up in the fact that you know you can hurt him and stop him, and not just look for that knockout? Because he was winning rounds. Like technically, he was up on the cards.
He was
on
up. He was up. My thing is, I didn't have no spawn. I didn't even have a real camp for that fight. I was running, putting my miles in, I was in the gym every day doing bag work and I just doing pads, but I wasn't able to get no sparring. This time go around, and then I was working 10, 12 hours a day before I go to the gym. So I'm giving the gym what I got left. Type, you know what I'm saying? This camp, I'm not working. I'm in the gym every day. I'm gonna get sparring, mid work, bad work, my road work, all that stuff gonna be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna play a role in everything. I ain't have no sparring. I just got in the ring, just in shape. You know,
How far before the first fight did you know about it? Like how long before?
I had a good enough. I had about 8 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, or something like that before the fight, but I just wasn't able to get on sparring
Now,
with
what?
with my job. I was having to work 10 to 12 hours a day. So by the time I get to the gym, I got to get the gym what I got left, and then I couldn't get to no other gyms, couldn't set up no sparring with nobody else. But I'm beginning some work with some people from out of town this camp.
Okay, that was gonna be my question. Like,
Any
why couldn't you
chance?
get it?
Huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say any chance
I ain't really
you.
got no. I ain't really got nobody in Detroit ready to spar. I got some. I sparred twice for my last camp. You know what I'm saying? And it was like late in the camp when I got that work. It was like one time it was early, and the one time it was like 3 weeks out, and then it was like 2 weeks out for real. It wasn't even late or early. It was one time a week, twice, and that was it for real.
Damn.
So any chance you hit the road? Like you travel for sparring? Maybe like maybe come
I'm gonna
do
hit
a
the I'm
week
I'm,
in
I'm gonna hit the road
Vegas
to
or a
get some
week in
work.
Cali or something like that.
I'm gonna go out to I'm gonna get some work out in Arizona. Because when I fought out there, I tapped in with some guys out there. My cut man that work with me from out there, he got some guys. I'm going out there and get some work with them guys too.
And
And
that's
I got
gonna
some
be
Yeah,
guys
Arizona.
during. I mean, now or like towards the end of the camp, so you could just stay out west.
when camp start heating up for real.
Okay. So
Yeah.
who's your trainer at the moment, or no trainer?
I got a trainer. My trainer is Chad Jacquillard and Anthony
And being
Mendez.
in. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
His name Anthony Mendez. They're my trainers.
Okay.
But I got other trainers that I work with too, for strength and conditioning and stuff like that. But they're my boxing trainers.
Now, now, Jarico, obviously, you still got about 2.5 months or so, before this fight. Plenty of time to prepare yourself. But I wanted to ask, because looking
I
at
got
your
all
box rec, I
February and
see
all
you.
March for real, and April.
Say it again.
All
I
February,
got
all
all
March,
February, March, and most of
April.
April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the end of April. So yeah.
So, right. So that this being your first international fight, I wanted to see like have you and your team had the discussion of travel like to get out there to get adjusted. Has that conversation been had yet? Have you
Yeah, that
asked
kind of
any other
yeah that
fighters
that, that, that
or
kind
how you
that
doing it?
conversation been had. That conversation been had. We'll be out there.
Okay. So what
So
y'all
has
thinking? A week and a half, 2 weeks before? What y'all thinking?
Uh, that information ain't gonna be disclosed right now.
just make
Okay.
sure you get them tickets purchased ahead of time, champ. We've interviewed fighters that say I was supposed to get there on the Sunday before the Monday of fight week, and I ain't get here till Wednesday.
Uh,
So
my
just
my my team got all that under control. They've been in the game for a long time, and I've been overseas fighting a lot. That's what like Eddie and them, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on the USA team. I traveled internationally to fight in other countries, so getting adjusted to that time zone, I'm already knowing how that type of stuff work and the eating and all that stuff. I've been there and I done it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that I can't learn nothing or nothing like that, but I mean I experienced it fighting in other countries on different time zones when I probably be sleeping. I experienced that.
now, without getting into the details, was the rematch when it was offered? Was it only offered in the UK, or because obviously he's going back to his hometown for a fight that he lost. So
Man, you know how I go. You know how I go. They ain't offer the politics, everything. The ball is still in his court. You know what I'm saying? I got his build or whatever. It ain't McGrail versus O'Quinn. It's O'Quinn versus McGrail, but I'm still the B side. or I still stacked against me. You know what I'm saying? They don't want me to win. Like, so
Was the rematch clause already in the contract, or after you won did they offer you a rematch?
it was already in the contract. You know, when you ain't confident in your fighter and the fighter ain't confident, they put that in the contracts.
I mean, it's an Eddie Hearn thing. He say that all the time, but I'm shocked to see it without a title. But you're saying you got his belt. What belt did you win?
It was the WBA Continental.
Okay.
He just got his fight before that.
All right. All right.
They ain't do you dirty, did they? To where I know I've seen guys. Oh, this guy's ranked number 2, number 3, and then an unranked guy beat him, and they don't even get ranked, or they'll be like number 15. I'm like, damn.
I mean, he got the belt, so they got
I
to.
think I think I'm in the rankings now, but of course they did me dirty. I mean, you know, I was never supposed to get that fight. You know, like they brought me in to lose.
Right.
I just got up. That was my second fight at 122 pounds. What I do to get the title? What I do to get the little title shot versus one? You know,
Nah,
I
they
understand it's a junior
you
title,
was
but what I do to earn that title?
nah. I mean, it was more about them needing an opponent, man. You just rose to the occasion, but you got to do it again. You can't be
Yeah.
Andy Ruiz. You got to do it 2 times.
Yeah, but they already had that in the plans. You know, they just put it on me. They just put it on me. They already had that in the plans though. Like I wasn't even a 122-pound fighter. I was fighting at 118 and 115, and then in July 16th, I went up to 122 pounds, and I beat a guy Eddie had, and then they fed me to Peter, and Peter got 8.
Damn, that was your first fight at 22. You went from 15 to 22 for that fight.
No, he had
Yeah,
one. He had one. The Carlos Mojica fight.
right. That was the
Bro, that's
122
the
fight,
fucking
but
Detroit fight. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we
yeah,
saying.
that was in July, and then
Yeah, what
I
you mean? He
one
before
fight,
that
and
he
Well,
then
was
I
that's
went
what
fighting
I'm
up
at
for
saying.
I'm
15.
fighting for.
No, I misunderstood. I was saying like they gave him Carlos Mojica at the weight, then
No,
fed him to
we
Peter.
saying, bro, but no, I'm saying the Mojica
What did I
fight,
do to?
he jumped 2 divisions for that fight.
Yeah. Yeah, because the one before that was at 16, and before that
Yeah,
15.
damn. So how do you feel at the weight?
And I'm
Stronger,
comfortable.
obviously.
Yeah, I'm comfortable at the weight. You know, I fought in the amateurs at 123, 118, but when I was fighting at 22, 23, I was weighing in all the time, like 119, 120, 118. You know what I'm saying? I was eating going to weigh-ins,
So,
so my body is more comfortable at 22.
Jarico, you mentioned something where things will be different on how you were giving the gym what you had left. You would have to go to work, do 10, 12-hour shifts, then go put the work in the gym. I'm just curious, bro. Like, what was you doing? And yeah, like, what was you doing?
I was doing construction and I was doing truck driving,
CDL or box truck?
CDL.
Okay. Over the road or in local?
I was on over the road, but I had changed over to local.
Okay. That's what's up. So you got your own truck or
Man,
you was a company driver?
I was a company driver.
So they gave you time off or you just said, fuck it, I'm done?
No, I lost the job.
Oh, because of the fight?
No, I ain't lose because of the fight. I lost it like right after the fight. Like before they had notified me, right early in the week, I got fired, and then they notified me later on that week, like, the rematch gonna be announced. Then next thing you know, they just posted it. I didn't know where it was gonna be at or nothing. They just posted it.
That's a blessing. Damn, what you get fired for?
It was some petty stuff. It was basically because it was looking to fire people or cut back on workers because the company was real slow. Like I had one delivery a day some days. You know what I'm saying? Like it got real slow with the economy going down.
For sure.
it was
Would you?
almost like a blessing in disguise, though. I'm sure, champ, to be able to now give the gym everything you got. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah. And now I can do the same thing he doing. Where of course I gotta still do everything on my own. Like I gotta make my own food. I gotta get my own food. You know everything handed to him. He's silver spoon in the boxing game. I gotta still get my own food, cook it, and all that type of stuff. But I'm able to work out 2 times a day, like he's doing, or 2, 3 times a day.
That's good, man. I'm happy to hear that. I had no clue that the first fight was this rough. Like I didn't know
Yeah,
you was, working and didn't spar. That's crazy.
yeah. That's the
Certainly.
I
thing.
was gonna
That's the things
say,
they don't. That's the things that they don't know. You know, they just looking at it as, oh, he a fighter. He show up. He supposed to be ready. Like, no, it's a lot of preparation that goes on before things. But it ain't that many boxers in Detroit that's around my size. You know, they all like 140, 50 pounds. I don't get that big.
So you don't got nobody at Tony Harrison gym that you can spar with? That's too far?
It ain't nobody. It ain't. No, Tony Harrison gym, right? I go down there, but it ain't really nobody down there that's around my size. But you know, not in 122, 130 pounds, and like around the same size as me.
And he can't facilitate nothing. I mean, with his name, he can't bring in some people?
Who?
Tony. That's his gym. All you gotta tell him, coach, I need some.
I mean, Tony, my guy, but he ain't my trainer. And then to bring in people that costs money. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, local though. There gotta be some,
It ain't
decent
really.
amateurs. Not even decent amateurs?
bro. He said,
It ain't no decent amateurs. You know what I'm saying? I do got a pro here that I did work. The dude that I did work with, but he was just getting back in the gym. You know, he
Yeah.
was just getting back in the gym.
Damn, that's the beauty of Vegas, man. Like
It's a lot of good fighters here in Detroit, but the problem with Detroit is we ain't got people reaching out to us and signing us off the back and telling us, look, just focus on boxing. So a lot of fighters here get caught up in the streets and get caught up in other things because at the end of the day, we still got life going on. We good and everything, but we got life going on. We got to worry about outside of boxing just to be able to box.
damn.
"No, for sure."
I hope you able to get some decent sparring this time around. I wish you was in Vegas. Danny could hook you up, man. It's gyms in Vegas everywhere. The sparring is
Yeah, I know.
free.
I understand that, but here we ain't got too many guys that's my size. You know what I'm saying? And then the guys that is my size, they ain't got no experience.
And you don't got no, like, it's so many fighters in Vegas. You don't know none of them on a friendship level where you could, like, yo, I'm coming out there. Give me the
Yeah,
couch.
yeah. I mean, I know some guys out there. You know what I'm saying? But when you just got to go out and then set up shop in a whole nother state and be out there for a while to training, my trainers can't leave. Like, we ain't getting paid them big
Yeah.
bucks like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I mean, if
you
your
know,
trainers can't lead, champ, let me tell you, I done seen high level fighters go
yeah,
go to sparring camps without their
I understand
trainer.
that too. But then, you know what I'm saying? I go out there. I'm in the hustling city. I got to hustle out here to get my money to make ends meet. I can't go out there and just. I ain't got 20,000 to go out there for a camp. So I can make
Nah,
sure
for
I'm
sure.
and all that stuff.
Nah,
When
for
you gotta
sure,
eat
type
right and
shit.
everything,
Yeah.
that shit expensive.
Nah, you
Put the
gonna have
right
to
food
do it
in your
on a
body.
budget though. You gonna have to do it on a budget 20,000. That's way too much. That's damn near Bud Crawford. Bud was getting 50,000 from Top Rank for camp expenses, man. But
I mean,
Jarico, go
they
ahead.
getting it. I mean, yeah, they getting it, but I ain't getting nothing. You know what
No,
I'm
I
saying? But
know.
it still costs to get
No, that's why
around and travel,
yeah, that's
and you know,
No, no,
I ain't
no, no.
trying to just
That's
go
what
in
I
there and
was
lay
saying.
on nobody. Lay on nobody couch, you know what I'm saying? Or move in. Hey, let me hold your spot. I mean, it ain't like that, you know. I don't want to invade nobody's personal space.
And fuck all that, man. We need this win, champ. Somebody gonna have to give
We
you
gonna
their
get it.
couch. You know what
We
I'm
gonna we
hey,
saying?
gonna
hey,
We
we gonna
gotta
get
do
it for
what we
sure.
gotta
hey,
do till we get to the mountaintop.
hey, Jarico, I'm gonna say without saying no names, bro. Some of our favorite fighters in the sport is still sleeping on couches in
For
camp.
real, for real. That's nothing. Believe me, man. We in Vegas, we get to see it and hear the stories. And out there, you would have so much spawn. I know it's difficult to think about relocating, but bro, they got 7 Mexicans in one gym your size. You feel me? Like 122. You got Emiliano. You got Cashflow
Yeah.
Diaz. I mean, the names go on. Ezekiel Borrero. There's so many dudes that between
My man said Emiliano. Nah, we do
Emiliano's
got a lot of people.
126. Emiliano's 126. Emiliano Vargas is
Last I checked, he was
126.
35. But
Emiliano
no,
Vargas?
yeah.
Oh, wow. Let me double check. I thought he was
No, but
26.
definitely a lot of 22 pounders. I mean, we just saw one fight on
Yeah.
Pro Boxing. Angelo, what's
Leo.
it?
Angelo Leo,
Angelo
yeah.
Leo.
He
And
You
fought
we
know,
my
close
boy.
with him.
Cash Flow is out here.
Yeah.
Kermel was out here. It's
Yeah,
definitely a
it's
lot
some
of
guys out
fighters.
there. It just, I don't
Oh,
know
you
none of them
right. God
guys.
damn. He is 35. My bad. I thought he was 26. That's crazy. But this why I'm saying, see, I seen him sparring Cash Flow, who fights at now 118. So,
Merriweather. See, Merriweather's another guy that could get, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely
yeah.
a lot of work,
Yeah,
champ. If
Robert
you choose to go
Merriweather.
to Arizona, look, if you go to Arizona, don't, you know what I mean? Short little ride up. We could help you set some up if need be, and if not,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
we
gonna
just
go ahead and get some work out there in Arizona for sure though.
yeah, for sure.
I got one question here from the people. It looks like James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas says that McGrail fight was amazing, champ. What did you learn most from the hard-fought victory that you feel will help you in the rematch?
I don't have to chase McGrill. I can let him. I can box him, and I can. I seen a lot of his punches coming, but my timing was off to move and react. I seen it. McGrill never could hurt me, so I learned that he never could hurt me, and to just be relaxed and don't chase it. Just let it flow. I can sit back and let him come to me. I can box him, honestly.
I got another one here from Flacco38. Got to get the KO, champ. Matchroom is sketchy outside of the U.S. Good luck. So basically, he's saying because you're going to be in the UK, you have to get the
I'm
knockout.
listen. I'm fighting like a mile away from his residence. Where he stayed. You know what I'm saying? And then they didn't add us to a card in the UK. They made his own card for him. You know what I'm saying? Well, we did. How you go from being knocked out
To the
on
main
the CD
event.
opener to main event, your next fight? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
That's that
that just lets
fan
you know how,
base.
yeah,
That's that pull.
That fan base. I mean, it's them tickets. That's why.
yeah. That's that, Eddie got him in his back pocket. That's his little prize fighter. He expected big hopes for him being an Olympian and winning Commonwealth games and all that stuff as an amateur.
Well, you put that shit to bed, baby. All you got to do it is one more time. Now, they haven't signed you, right? You still a free agent.
No, see, when I fought in July, it came with a 2-fight deal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
Well, that's
that's
great.
what it. I ain't signed though. They
So
just locked me in for my next 2 fights. Gonna be with them. I'm not signed to
Oh,
them.
so it wasn't signed. You had 2 fight options?
If I beat that guy Whittaker, then it came with 2 more fights.
Holy shit. Eddie's a
That's how
fucking
they.
lion.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's how they did it.
Wow. I mean, in a good
this
way, in a way that's I'm sorry, Danny, but in a way that's still
But
good
at
for
the same,
you.
yeah, I'm at the point where it's like y'all can feed me to whoever. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
I
I
hear
believe in
you, champ.
myself.
I
Like
hear
I believe in
you.
myself. Like I knew the McGrail fight. I seen a lot of flaws in McGrail. He's a good fighter, and I gave McGrail his props before the fight. Like he's a good fighter, but I seen flaws in this game, and the things that he's not gonna be able to change in 5 months either. And for them, he was perfect. So he ain't got to do nothing different. He was perfect, right? So he ain't got to enhance on nothing.
Yeah, for him, they probably in the camp like, oh, you got overzealous, man. You just gotta slow down a bit, be a bit more patient. Cause he was going for it. That's the thing. He gonna have to try to slow down, if
But that's how
anything.
he fight. You look at his
Exactly.
previous fights. That's how he fight. All he got is one gear and one speed and one style. He don't got no other style. He don't change it up. He don't ever sit back and let nobody come to him. See, I was like starting to every time we punch him, I was first. But then when I sat back and saw his punches coming, all it took is me to see that one coming. All he got is a fucking hook and throw that and he steps to the side and shoot that. That's all he got. He got good movement.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he got decent footwork. What's your thoughts on the fact that
His
they
hands
try to?
don't his hands don't go up though.
What's your thoughts on the fact that they tried to um, compare him and they even call him South
Lomachenko?
Lomachenko, the South Lomachenko? What's your thoughts on that?
That's cool. I mean, call him. Call it what you want. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko ain't go to sleep in the 5th round yet.
That's true. That's true. Does he resemble Loma in any way? Do you see why they gave him that nickname or not?
Because he uses angles. He pip it around and uses angles. You know what I'm saying? He good with it, but I wasn't. He ain't on Lomachenko level.
Mm.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say he's on Lomachenko level. But I will say that from my perspective, the same thing will happen to Lomachenko if Lomachenko fight Tank. It's the pros. All that pity pass shit, it ain't gonna. You gotta go 10, 12 rounds without getting caught by some real power. And how your chin gonna hold up after that? So if he fight Tank, Lomachenko fight Tank, I feel it go the same way. Lomachenko be looking pretty, winning and everything, and then boom.
Now, how
That'd be
did
all.
you know you had power? Because you know, I'm not saying you comparing yourself to Tank, but you
I ain't
certainly.
compare myself.
Yeah, I know you not, but in this conversation, you are the Tank.
I knew that I hit harder than Mendoza, the guy that he just beat. And
Mm-hmm.
Mendoza hit him with a lazy left hand, like backing up against the ropes, like boom, and just threw it, and he like buckled back and went all against the ropes. And I said, he ain't me. I know I'm hitting harder than Mendoza, so when I catch him, it's gonna be different. You know, all that little pretty movement, man. You don't know how to put your hands up, you're gonna get caught.
Well,
You not
champ,
Lomachenko, and I ain't Tank, but I ain't saying I got Tank power either, but I got some type of power.
nah, you proved that. You proved you got that pop, as Keith Thurman would say.
Let
Champ,
them
let
call it I'm
everybody
lucky.
know. Say again.
Well, hold on. That's
Let them call it I'm lucky.
There ain't no such thing as
well, hold
luck.
on. That's last
Not
thing
in
before
boxing.
he go. We got Demo. Remember, he was just showing love, saying, "Buddy look like Sada Baby." Haha, salute. You done got
No,
that one before,
I ain't never
Jarico?
got that one. I ain't never got that one.
Yeah, I ain't really see it, or I ain't really hear it, but I don't know. I think y'all Detroit. I think Detroit has his own swagger. So,
It definitely does.
um, yo, real quick before we let you go, I'm just curious, what you playing in the gym right now? Cause me personally, I'm from Chicago, live in Vegas. Detroit got the rap game on lock right now. They got that bitch in the headlock, and they
We
ain't
do.
letting go no time soon. So I'm just curious, what you playing right now? What you listening to these days?
I play some Baby Money. I play T Grizzly. I just shot a video with T Grizzly to his new song, One on
Okay.
One. And I play a lot of Detroit artists actually. You know, I'm with Baby Money heavy.
Anybody
Killer
walking you
Baby.
out?
I ain't even got into all that yet.
Or
But
nah,
But
that's
nah,
Skilla Baby, I
champ, let
play
the
heavy
fan.
too.
Yes, yes. Skilla been fucking it up. I just seen him in the Bay, but
Yeah,
obviously we seen Sada. He walked out Alicia when you fought in Detroit. So Detroit been
yeah,
doing their thing, man. Darico, definitely looking forward to April 27th to seeing you get in the ring. Let the
for
fans
sure.
know where they can follow you. Keep up with your story. Follow the camp.
Y'all can follow me at Great Lakes underscore King. That's GREATLEKES underscore KING.
so. Just to be clear, this fight, the rematch, is the last option.
For him, yeah.
No, 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 no. I mean, Matchroom has on you. It's the last option they got on you. Like, if you win this, you are free. Like, you free to do what you want, or they still got another option. Because my understanding was after the Mohica, 2 more. So after Mohica, you fought McGrail plus this rematch, nothing else, right?
I think that's what it was, but I might have one more or something like that. Like I might have to defend that little belt or some shit. Like,
Okay.
or I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to offer me something after I beat them again. They'll try to say, "Well, look, we can get you a title fight." You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Something,
Hey,
you know.
Rico, look, just for reference, bro. Just for reference. Because Montana Love got 900,000 for 3 fights with Matchroom. All right.
Uh,
Yeah, but that's
And
yeah,
he and he
140.
And but he ain't have no 3 tryouts. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just 3 fucking tryouts. I'm just
They
saying.
always be trying.
So
They be trying to play us the smaller guys, like, you know what I'm saying. They be trying to play us smaller guys like that though. Like the fights don't sell as much. Like, you know, they be trying to play us like that.
Mm.
well,
Unless you
champ, let
tank.
the Oh, no, I mean, look, I think it's just the
You keep getting them
negotiation,
knockouts though.
stepping up. Yeah, I was gonna say you stepping up to
Yeah.
the plate, and you step up to the plate and you negotiate at the table. I mean, a mixture of them two things. You know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time. They can't deny
Yeah.
you.
When I'm done with this with Eddie, though, I'm done with Eddie. You know,
Oh, word.
I'm done with Eddie.
Uh.
Eddie don't fuck with me. Eddie's sick as hell. I fucked his money up.
I
I
mean,
heard
but
he gave.
he might learn to
I
love
heard.
you now. If you beat him again, he might learn to love you. He gonna have to take you in. What he gonna do?
I don't
If he
know,
let you
man.
walk, I think if he let you walk, that would be a fail on his part because you got popular on his dom versus
Maybe.
his fighters.
Hey, Jarico, check this out. It's King Amin of Essex. Salute to you, champ. That was an amazing fight. I want to say this to you. Don't trip off Eddie. Remember, Mauricio Bronco Lara got a hell of a bag beating the shit out of Josh Warrington and then who else they put in front of him? Lee Wood. Listen, you could be that guy that every time they try to put you up against one of their mans, you flatten them. So don't trip off of Eddie. Keep kicking ass, champ.
Yeah, thank you. My boy,
I
Thomas Matisse.
Mm-hmm.
He out of the same camp as Montana. He been knocking off Eddie prospects and upsetting them. They ain't kicking in like how they kicking in for everybody else, man. Boxing so crazy, man. It's all about your influence and your following, for real. You ain't got a couple 100,000 followers. They don't want to pay you no money for real.
Word.
They paid Montana that money. Montana sold. He brought half of that because they was coming to Ohio, and he had hit him up like, "Look, y'all need to get me on this card." And he went in as the B side against Banrack and knocked him out. That's how he ended up getting on. But
yeah.
Montana knocked off a couple of. Matisse knocked off a couple of his guys. They ain't kicking no deal with him. They supposed to, but they didn't. Montana pushing for him too. Like, look, get my guy
Hey,
on.
nah,
Wait,
trust
Like,
me.
you sure? You sure? Because I talked to Vic Green. I'm pretty sure after the what was it, the LeBron . What was the Puerto Rican that they should have been fight of the year? Your boy fought a Puerto Rican. He earned fight of the year in my opinion. And I thought they signed Thomas Matisse after he beat the Puerto Rican.
they signed him, but they ain't kicking in that money ain't kicking in.
Oh.
Sign don't mean shit. He ain't getting no 3-fight 900,000 deal like Montana. He ain't got no
I
$1
mean,
million. He ain't
he not Montana though. Like, we gotta be
right.
real.
He ain't got that following.
Montana was on
He ain't-
social media doing posts. He wearing a sombrero. He doing fancy pad work to music. He
Y'all
going.
saying,
He
y'all
doing
saying
a
the same
lot.
thing. Y'all
That's what
saying the
I'm saying.
same
It's
thing.
about your influence and your following. You
He
know
certainly
that
was
plays a
doing
big
a
role.
lot.
It ain't about how good you is no more. It's about how many followers you got on Instagram and TikTok and shit.
Word.
Which is crazy. Boxing ain't about how good you is no more. You got all these boxers that's making way more money than Andre Ward ever made, and he one of the greatest.
I mean, hopefully people understand that the following is important. You know, we used to get laughed at when we asked people like how many
It is.
social media followers he got. They'd be like, man, what that matter? We got to get in the ring and fight. And like, okay, we'll see what it
matters
matter.
for sure. It
That
matters
shit
for
matter when
sure.
that check clear. But listen,
It do.
Jarico, give out your social media. Thank you for coming on. We want to get you back on before the fight. Obviously, maybe a month from now to see how things are going. See if you in Arizona by then. But appreciate you doing the victory lap, coming on TBV, and obviously letting the fans know more about yourself and your rematch.
For sure. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Great Lakes _King. That's GREATLAKES _KING.
All
Thank
right.
y'all for having me.
Thank you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jarico O'Quinn. And we joined alongside King Amin. What it do, champ? Yeah, man, what's your thoughts, man? Puerto Rico, la isla de encanto, bro. Is you going? Is Liam Paro from Australia worth it to you or nah?
Yeah, I think so. I think so because number one, it's more about Matias being built up. And I think when you put him in there against a power, like I said before, UK, um, the constituents travel. Look at what we're talking about with Peter McGrail. He lost, and somehow they found a way to dust him off, shine him up, and present him now, right? Um, Liam Powell, he's only been snake bitten, and with as far as injuries slowing him down, he's got the good win over Love, and I think maybe if you use that same energy, that same UK support that they show when they behind you, or whether you win or lose, you bring that to the island. I think I think it's a big enough night. I think they can get plus. I don't know how they can tie it in anyway, but I think just because you got people already there, you got Amanda Serrano and Jake Paul, they're probably camping out on the island. They might be in attendance. I think this is a big event. I don't think there's not anybody that's from La Isla that is not going to be at this fight to either confirm or deny Matias the same way we got the Julio Cesar Chavez and Juan Manuel Marquez and these guys at Canelo fights. So I think this is building a foundation for that fandom. I think so.
But I mean, you said what Mexican legends be at Canelo fights?
Um, Julio Cesar Chavez and Juan Manuel Marquez. He was never there.
Yeah, brother, they at work. What you want them to do? To not show up to work to get paid? They commentating, brother. They not there supporting. I just
Oh,
saw my boy Nestor Gibbs. I had to translate that Marquez interview. I saw what he was saying.
I thought he was there on his own. I didn't know he was, providing commentary. I thought he was just there,
I
because
Well,
he's
mean,
at
a,
I
you know.
least,
mean, I
at
mean, he
well,
wasn't hating, Danny. I mean, like he's saying what many people are saying, which is, give me Canelo versus Benavidez before you give me anything.
no, 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 no. I hear you. I'm just saying he ain't saying nothing in support of or like riding with his guy, and not just in that interview, but in most of them. Like when I've seen them there, they're always there in the capacity of a commentator. After Canelo gets out the ring, he comes ringside to the media section. He sit down with Chavez. He sit down with the dude with the big ass Frankenstein head, and they do their Spanish interview. They do their Spanish interview for the network. I think, I think it's going to be, believe it or not, I think it's going to be a lot of the Matias impact is going to be based on how well Jake and Amanda do.
Mm,
I think they're the ones that are setting it off. I think they're the ones that are gonna put an expectation, right? We've never seen a fight at El Coliseo. I haven't, at least. I mean, I don't know about Nessa, not me, but in the years I've been watching the sport as a die hard, they ain't never had no fight there, brother. So, not one of meaning, at least. So, yeah, bro, I think that they're gonna set the expectations, what to expect. I think if anything, they help Matias because they almost revive in boxing in a way, or bring in boxing back to Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, "Fuck, we missed out the Jake Paul and the Amanda fight. We're not gonna miss this one."
I
So I
agree.
think
But
I think
guys, something to consider.
no, and that's I was gonna say. I think that it's good momentum. I think that obviously Jake has to get his card off, and now we need this card to get off as well. But I think that maybe they get some momentum going, and we start seeing more boxing in Puerto Rico.
Something to consider. We've been hearing rumors of Matisse signing the Matchroom for a long time. First, it was Richardson Hitchens rumors, and those probably were true because quickly after those rumors, Hitchens came out making the statements he made about the IBF and the rehydration clause, but he's still in the IBF ruling and
Hey,
rankings now that he's fighting Gustavo Limons. What's up?
we need them on the show badly.
Who?
The IBF.
Oh. Yeah, that's, we've
Ain't
tried
that
that so
Daryl
many times.
Peoples?
Yeah, that's Daryl, but we've tried that so many times. He tells us yes, he schedules. We go through his whatever it is, secretary or
We
fucking
just need some
assistant.
clarification
And
on a few
then he
things,
always
man.
cancels, bro. He always cancels. I mean, he's done that to us maybe 3 times already. Speaking of cancellations,
Typical
um,
Americans.
we got Octo. He says, get Oshaki Foster on the show. Oshaki's doesn't want to come on the show. He felt disrespected that we scheduled him and we forgot. So we never sent him the link. So he feels disrespected according to his team that we didn't prioritize him before his win on the interview we had scheduled. This is what I tell you. These dudes are mad divas, man. I don't give a fuck. Motherfuckers out here be wildin', bruh. Like, I forget your interview. I can't get an interview. Same shit for the HH Diva. I never once shit on her. Every time I picked Shadeja Green, I always gave Franchon her credit. Before the fight, she answered every message. Now she won. She ain't answered a message in 2 months, my dude. I've been asking for an interview since the win. It's insane, buddy. They catch feelings, you know.
Let me help you out though. One thing I could say is shout out to Franchon Cruz-Deser, and of course, she graced me with that opportunity for an interview. And I don't think I went sideways. I did use the comparison. I said if Shadeja Green was 50 Cent, then she was Supreme, and everybody knows Supreme was the OG that got 50 shot before he took off. So I was using the comparison that maybe the OG wasn't ready to turn it over to the young cat yet. And I don't think it was an offensive comparison, but somehow or another, I think she's just busy. She's been at Fashion Week in New York.
Hey,
bro,
man.
you're
Hey,
not
man,
too
say,
busy to
man.
answer a message, man. Knock it off,
man.
man.
Hey, man, say, man. I used to think that about these athletes, right? I'm not just gonna say fighters. I'm gonna say athletes. I'm like, bro, they busy. They got this and this and this. But bro, when I tell you that whoever you are, right, the busiest or the biggest, everybody make time for what they want to make time for.
Michaela Mayer too. Michaela Mayer don't fuck with us because we picked AB. I'm telling you, these fighters are mad sensitive. They soft as ice cream, bro. But they run around here with the mean mug. That shit's hilarious.
I mean, it was to the point where trainers had to pull me to the side and like, we not gonna start training until you and my fighter hash things out. And I'm like, bro, I'm just here with a camera. You feel me? You don't even see my face. I'm just here with a camera. But phone lines are open, beautiful people. If you guys want to call in on this Monday, I just want to remind everybody.
Our producer said we wrong. Daryl did come on the show one time, so he didn't cancel all the times from the IBF. So I don't even remember that shit.
He ain't been on since I've been on the show, which I've only been on for 2 years, so it ain't like
So it ain't been that long.
Yeah, no, it ain't been that long. I ain't this long-standing show member.
I'm saying 2 years is a long time. I was using sarcasm, bro.
Well, no, I mean to be fair though, Ness. 2 years for you falls within the other day range. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I just talked to him the other day, and the other day for Ness is anywhere from 1 month to 24 months.
1 week to 24 weeks. But no, I get you. I'm just saying, they need to be more regular. You know. Shout out to Keith Thurman. I can't congratulate that man enough. He just made a steal. He ain't off that whack shit. I want to use other words, but I'm not. But sticks and stones break his bones. Words can never hurt him. He never been on that sensitive shit. My man hit me like, yo, XYZ, this the time, this the place. Regardless of what I say, like, these dudes and girls out here, extra soft, man. I'm telling you, cotton candy.
Pulling up, though?
Of course. Cotton candy, though. The rest of them, cotton candy. If you ain't like Keith, you cotton candy. If you catching feelings because I ain't like your outfit, you cotton candy. If you mad that I ain't pick you, you cotton candy. Like, you soft, man. You soft, and you soft. And your actions speak louder than your words. You could have a championship title. You could have beat the biggest fight. But you emotional as hell. There's something wrong with you. Psychologically, there's something wrong with you. If you the champ on top of the world, but you got issues with regular people because they had an opinion. Like, get your life together. Truthfully.
As a father, I tell my children, the world can be cruel, man, but you tougher than that. Don't let some bullshit somebody say bother you, so.
I mean, you a public figure. What are you expecting? To receive only flowers and roses? Like, come on, man. You got to be better than that. Let's be role models. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it.
And
Super
shout out to Keith
sensitive.
Thurman because he's definitely one of those fighters, and he took it on the chin. I seen I think it was Supreme Boxing. They did a little clip where they showing, and the way Shorty framed it, she was cute too, but the way she framed it was like, in anybody that's Mexican descent, you're gonna have a real big, kind of putting a little bit of sauce on it, but he's able to take that on the chin, potentially a whole culture of people turning against him, and he's not even
I mean,
blinking
he
an
know what he
eye.
did, though. He know what the fuck he did. He did that to sell the fight. Ain't no way
See,
he ain't do that to sell the fight.
I thought based off the reaction being there live, I'm like, yo, he probably ain't think that through all the way.
Yeah, like he was over whooping, right?
I don't get y'all, man. I mean, you know, this is wrong with society. Motherfuckers say something everybody say every day, but because he's a public figure is how many times do callers calling this show calling Mexicans flat-footed and basic and one-dimensional? Now Keith says it in a press conference, and all of a sudden he's disrespected an entire culture? Like,
No,
again, a lot of motherfuckers in this world soft as hell. They got opinions on everybody. They'll have an opinion on me and you, but they soft as well. They show it. This society, I mean, y'all
nah,
soft. Shit weird.
phone lines are open though.
That's who ain't soft. The TVV community ain't soft because if you call
Nah,
in
nah,
here,
it's
you
a
really
bunch
got
of
to
soft.
stand on your
Nah, I
word.
mean, don't lie. It's a bunch of soft motherfuckers on here too, bro.
Hell yeah,
I mean,
they
but think
call
about
it.
it.
They call it crying about their favorite fighter and why he deserved
Nah,
catch
hey,
weights or rehydrations or why a fighter gotta wear pink panties to come and get the Canelo fight. And I mean, we see it all the time. I mean, the fans is just as soft as they motherfucking favorite fighters.
I'm not going to deny that, but give them credit because remember, this is one of the only platforms that you get to call in and speak your opinion. We got some of these other guys out here, they won't even let you speak your piece. So, like you said, the whole world is soft, some people more than others, but I'm going to stand on it and say this TBV community, you know what I'm saying? We probably got the thickest skin out here, and, everybody can pretty much articulate what they need to say regardless of the backlash. So, salute to the
Exactly,
TBV
Rule.
community.
Exactly, Rule. That's what they should do. Come on here and rub the win in my face. Like, oh, motherfucker, you was on here capping for your girl, that hometown love. And what could I do? Get red in the cheeks, blush, be like, damn, you got that chip, you beat my girl. Like, yo,
Make it entertaining.
what is so wrong with rooting for the Eagles? You understand? You a Giants fan, he an Eagles fan. Like, nah, it don't work like that in boxing. It's like, oh, you rooting for Philadelphia? That stay over there forever. Forever. It don't work like that. I was Philly when Danny was Philly. He ain't even relevant. I moved the fuck on. And I went to Tuscaloosa. He ain't relevant. I moved the fuck on. I
nah,
came back to Florida to
nice.
CP.
But
Like, what the fuck?
you gotta
Why the fuck
realize,
can't I bounce around, bruh? That shit is
nah,
crazy to me.
you gotta realize though that this is one of the few sports that work like that. You get what I'm saying?
Like what?
Like that you can bounce around like these other sports you talking about, bro. It's a fandom because of where the fuck you from. You get what I'm saying? So you repping where the fuck you from. People try to do that in boxing with the nationality shit too. I mean, they don't try, they do that with the nationality shit too. But it's like I'm not finna bounce teams just cause I ain't switching where the fuck I'm from. You know what I'm saying? So like there's more bandwagon fans in boxing than in other sports, but that's because you relying on an individual versus an organization. You know, it's a difference. An organization, a company, they gonna last. They gonna be around. You know, the owner die, it go on to their daughter, their son, or whoever the fuck. You know, the here it's like, well, fuck, shit. You know, the fighter died, then rest in peace, and the sport
I mean,
continues. But
technically you right, but there is that loophole for father sons and relatives, right? Like a few examples: the Durrells, they were brought to us by their grandfather, and their uncle was already in the sport. Floyd, his father, his grandfather already in the
even
sport.
even still, you're
No, but you
typically
get
talking
automatic
of
fandom.
nah. But even still, you're typically talking about a gap to where it doesn't continue. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, am I just gonna stop being a fan for years until his son grows up? Like,
Yo,
ain't no basketball or NBA fan.
so
Uh, like nobody was waiting on Marcus and Jeff Jordan to fucking hit to continue being Jordan fans. Like, motherfuckers knew Marcus and Jeff wasn't shit, and they knew they daddy was the GOAT, and that's what the fuck it was. Like, we was a fan of the sport, and Mike was our guy. And when Mike stepped away, we still was a fan of the Bulls or whoever the fuck you was repping. Like,
So let's swing that back to Matias. What does he need more? Does he need Puerto Ricans to just follow him blindly because he's Puerto Rican? Does he
I
need
don't know,
boxing
but
fans? Like,
but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like in this sport, like granted, in team sports, you got fans that are fans of individuals, so they follow the individuals, but for the most part, you follow the team, right? The only way I follow individuals in team sports is if I start watching you in college. You get what I'm saying? Like I start watching guys at Notre Dame. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna tune in. I'm gonna tune into this game because I'm following this guy. But for the most part, we following the team. So I think with Matias, I think Matias just needs to sell himself more, promote himself more. Um, and honestly, because of the sport that we in, I think Matias needs to reach more of the Puerto Rican legends, more of the people that have paved the way before him. You know,
I don't know, man. I
there's
feel like his social media, while it ain't the largest, he gets a lot of engagement. I'm telling you, if he whips out that the insights,
bro, you
he
ain't
gets.
even hear his question, bro. How you gonna answer his
I'm not
question?
answering the question. I'm
You just
giving
said you
my
just
take on
my
his
response to his
presence.
question.
I'm not
My
answering the question.
All
I'm
right,
giving
brother,
my
you got
take
it.
on
All right,
his
brother,
presence
you
and
got it.
the growth of his presence. Is that okay? Because if that's
Well,
not okay, I'll
my
shut up.
my response to Amin's question as he walked away, you said that you don't know, and you started to rebuttal. So it was just like you didn't even hear the question. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think that he definitely got to reach those legends, bro. Because if not, it's like, what is he doing to win the people over? Like,
yo,
like what is he giving? Like the people, somebody got to hear about you. Like I heard about Canelo long before we saw him here in America, but that's because his name was buzzing in Mexico. His name was being spoke about in within the boxing worlds of Mexico. So
yo, I think the fact that this fight's going to be on Matchroom, I think they really need to leverage that Matchroom relationships. And what I mean by that, we alluded to earlier. I mean, you need everybody to show up. You need Jake to show up, of course. You need Amanda to show up. You need Tito Trinidad to show up, right? You need fucking, if you can get Bad Bunny in the building somehow, get him to show up. You need Fat Joe to show up. I mean, you need Danny to fly out to that. And to me, when you say boxing legends, I think people forget about him. But I think you need and Danny started a promotional company. Hell, Danny needs to go and just be out in the audience. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I'm talking like all the levels of crossover appeal that he can leverage. You know what I'm saying? Because I think somehow or another, if it's just boxing fans, um, the name still might not grow because of that perceived language barrier. We need him to cross over, or those that are interested in his success or seeing him against better fighters. We need to see him grow so we can look at the potential against him, against some of those other guys. So that's why I'm trying to see Matias build that following, because I think he has an entertaining enough style, and he can if he can create, I'm wondering if Top Rank, and I'm just talking, but if Top Rank, the way they build fighters kind of on a what I call an Al Sharpton diet, they race bait. I wonder if Top Rank would have been the kind of place that could have built him up and built the Puerto Rican audience around him.
Hey, let me ask you something, bro.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm pretty
Never
sure
mind.
Top Rank had Matisse.
They had him before.
Yeah, no, they had him.
Cause look at what they do for like Abraham Nova. They you know what I mean? It seems like they can work
Yo, it's crazy.
Go ahead.
It's crazy, right? Like to realize that he's been with Top Rank, and that what Top Rank does, like you were saying, for they Latin fighters and whatnot. Yet Matias gained his popularity once he left Top Rank.
Because
Like,
Top Rank
bro,
is, they looking for a certain shade of Puerto Rican. They've never had a dark Puerto Rican. Like Trinidad was signed to Don King. Like they looking for a certain shade. I mean, come on, bro. The truth is the truth. I mean, you can give me your counter.
I was gonna bring up the one dude. Granted, he never made it this far, but I would say they promoted him more than they ever did Matias. What was the one dude name? The one that caught the body.
That's Matias.
That is Matias.
No. I'm talking about out of the ring.
Oh, Felix.
Oh, yeah, he's not.
No.
You talking about Felix Trinidad?
No.
I mean Felix Verdejo, but he's not.
Verdejo.
But he's not Matias complexion. Matias looks like mean. I look like I'm for what's this kid Verdejo's complexion? You understand? It's different, bro.
Matias from Loíza. You know what I mean? He from that
Yeah,
side.
no, I'm just saying, like, at least Verdejo wasn't the white complexion that Cotto was. You get what I'm saying? Like, he definitely has some melanin to him. But I'm just saying, like,
I think Verdejo and Cotto kind of they trigueño.
Really?
That's considered trigueño. What I am, that's what they call us. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, all right. Well, I mean, you would know
maybe
best.
you're right. Let me see how white Cotto look though.
You know,
but just
would
remember,
know best.
Berlanga. I mean, he is a little lighter. Let me pull up Felix Verdejo. I mean, but remember they signed Berlanga. You know,
But Berlanga could pass for Staten Island Italian. You heard?
You saying he'll pass for a Guido?
He could be out on Long Island. You wouldn't know the difference.
I mean, Verdejo.
Look,
it could be. I mean, I'll let the people decide.
Look, regardless,
bro, my man got life though. He wilded out.
Regardless, my point is that what we've seen Top Rank do, it seems like it didn't apply to Matias, and it's now been done. Like, bro, we've literally followed his followers. He is like 500 away from 100,000. He was just at 30,000 a couple months ago.
But that's what I was trying to say earlier. Like, you thought I was trying to give my opinion over what y'all was talking about. No, I was trying to jump in on that. I've been following his social media. His engagement is through the roof. Like, he might not have 1 million followers, but he getting 5,000 fucking shares or likes, and it's crazy. That's big. He's getting a lot of engagement. And look at your YouTube. Is your YouTube algorithm not pushing you these quote unquote Matisse boogeyman videos or Matisse highlight videos?
Dangerous puncher in boxing.
Bro, I don't know who's making
30,000 views.
Exactly.
Views.
I don't know who's making this content, but I'm running across shit with hundreds of thousands of views of Matisse on some boogeyman shit, and I ain't even searching them. It's coming at me, and I was trying to.
I mean, you talking about hundreds of thousands, and I just saw a Ben Whittaker video that did like 9 million. So
no, that's for sure. But Ben Whittaker is doing what Matisse is not. Ben Whittaker is seeking attention. Matisse is just fighting and getting attention. It's two different things. Ben Whittaker is doing 360s, which is illegal in the ring. Ben Whittaker is doing backhands, which is illegal in the ring. So he is seeking attention. Matias is just fighting and receiving that attention for being a devastating puncher. Ben Whittaker is dancing. He literally gyrated and thrusted. Like, don't act like Ben Whittaker's not seeking attention. Come on. It's totally different.
I never seen a fighter get sturdy in between punches.
I'm just stating one guy you said is doing hundreds of thousands. That's a world champion, and the other guy I had never seen or heard of before.
I mean, your man went viral yesterday, bro. That was like it just happened this week, but I get it. We ain't trying to compare him with Ben Whittaker. You know, my shit was more about his social media presence is growing, and you just showed the audience how rapidly. I didn't know he was already at 100. I thought we were still talking 30, 60. So, you know, it makes sense why the engagement
30,
is
60 what?
1,000 followers.
I mean, either you just choosing to say that to sound good, but we literally talked about on the show for 30 to 45 minutes on the possibility of him buying followers because he went from 30 to 90 in like 3 months.
From 20. You see, that's why when I said 30 to 60, I was right. When we first start monitoring, he was around the 23,000. Let's be real.
Know, but champ, the show I'm talking about, we literally said the last time we looked at his Instagram, he was at 35. Now he's at 92.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. When we last looked at it, you didn't tell. Today you're telling us he's at 92. So I'm still right.
No.
We're talking about 30
Today he's
to
at
60,000. Today you're telling us that it's no longer 60, it's now at 90. And I said to just to double that, I said, wow, I didn't even know he was at 100. I was just talking about his engagement. But anyway,
sometimes I wonder, like, why even open my mouth if nothing I say is going to be listened to? I mean, like, I swear to God.
I mean, I don't know either, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't hear you, I didn't hear you. You know, if you emotional, you just emotional.
Champ, but even just now, listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening.
We did a show the other day, right? We did a show where you never mentioned 60. You and I both said last we saw his social media, it was at 35. When you and I said that, his social media was now at 92.
But I thought you just said it was at 92 now.
No, I never said that. That's why you got to listen to what I'm saying. So I said, we just saw it the other day. It was at 92. Now he's 500 followers away from 100,000. So we just the other day, we was questioning like, damn, how you gain 60 in this short amount of time? How you gain 60,000 followers
without
in a short amount of time?
I remember that conversation that we said how you gain 60 without a fight. But again, that's why I'm bringing up the engagement. Fake followers don't have engagement. I don't know if you're not getting that part of this conversation. Now, the third time I bring it up, there is large amounts of engagement even for a small following. It's crazy. Go to someone else's post.
No, I'll
see
rebuttal that. I'll rebuttal
if the engagement matches. I don't know. I think it's real.
That.
I'm going to just end it with what I think his following is real. You can rebuttal. I'm not going to continue to go back and forth.
I'm not saying his follow's not real. I'm saying what you said was literally the engagement. You said this engagement from pages that I don't even know who's making it is getting all these views and all this engagement. So, yeah, I mean, it ain't like it's his page because you just said you don't know who's making it. So it's boxing pages.
You're separating two. I'm talking about the engagement on his Instagram page. And then when I spoke about YouTube algorithm and who's making the content that keeps being pushed about him being the boogeyman and the strongest puncher, it's two separate things. When I use the word engagement,
so the views.
Remember,
the views for that.
Remember when I used the word engagement, I said I wish we had his insights.
The analytics.
Yeah, and I use the word insight so that he can again understand Instagram because Instagram calls it insights. Again, you know, my man just loves to go down these technicality arguments about words and shit. Like, bro, you ain't listening either. You ain't listening either. You're not listening either. We just proved it.
No,
I'm talking Instagram.
Brother,
you talking all this other stuff.
But did you or did you not bring up the 100,000 views that you said I don't even know who's making these videos?
I said that for YouTube.
Okay.
For YouTube. When I was talking YouTube.
Okay, so when you brought up his engagement, And all I heard was 100,000 views
Yeah,
from a
no,
video you ain't
again,
know who
because you
made.
heard it wrong. Like you said, I didn't listen to you. You also didn't listen to me. When I was
So what
talking
was his
engagement
engagement?
on
But
his
that's what we don't know.
Instagram, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? He loves
But
this
one,
shit. This is like
no,
his
but one,
daily thing.
I'm not
no, but
Bruh, I mean,
loving.
why
I'm
you keep going back and forth? I'm telling you, you
bro.
misheard me, and
They're
I'm
saying
talking his engagement on Instagram. I went as
but
far as
I
saying
think
he had 5,000 shares and likes. Like, how are you confusing it?
yeah, that I didn't hear. All I heard was
Fucking
the hundred
hell,
thousand
bro.
views.
But this is my
you know
That's
what,
all
point.
I.
that
But
together though,
that's what
guys.
I'm doubling down on. That you saying I don't listen and you acting all emotional. I mean,
Champ,
why do I even
I'm
talk if
trying to
I'm not gonna be
ask
heard?
you. I'm trying to ask you
Woe
because
is
nobody was.
me. Woe is me. Why do I even talk if I'm not gonna be heard? Then you turn around and do the same fucking shit.
Champ, because nobody ever brought up the 60. You
You're
brought up
right,
two
champ. You're
separate.
right.
But
You
you know
all
what
New
right,
ends up
York
bro.
happening
Bullet,
though?
$2,
Yeah.
man. New York Bullet. I like this fight. Boxing glove, fire emoji, Puerto Rican flag. Go ahead, I mean.
No, I was gonna say part of that, like Ness, you talking about those insights and those reshares. Those reshares can get you new followers. You know what I'm saying? Some of those new followers then may, and I'm speculating, but this is how the social media in this world works. Those new followers, fans, whether they're from the island, whether they're from New York, all this thing, they then make videos because he's now on their radar. So, yeah, he may have went out, had somebody purchase a few, followers for him, but this could be organic, So, let's just see how it plays out.
Word. I don't believe it's bought. I mean, we had that show where we realized his shit jumped, but again, if you go through it, it seems real, bro. It seems real.
I mean,
Based off his engagement, the shares, the comments, it's just you go through pages that have fake followers and you see they got like 4 comments. 2 of those are hey, DM me to get you, like fake. They're fake accounts. You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff seems real on his page. Am I right? I'm not a Instagram audit.
No, and then the separate thing, just to be clear, and that's what I think we both were alluding to. When you go on YouTube and you just go through your feed, if you watch boxing videos, I've seen in the last month or so for sure. The Matias, the dangerous puncher, the killer punch, these videos that talk about how his awkward style, just lots of videos, and the numbers for those videos I have seen in the 10s, the 20s, the 50,000. So again, I don't know who's making those pages. I don't know how much of that is what it is, but it's a resonating presence, if you will.
Bro,
Because I guess that's translating.
I'm going through it right now, bro. I'm seeing comments, 1,900 comments, 800 comments, 300 comments. That's big, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's big. But let's get to these super chats to open up these phone lines. Looks like up next. And I believe Matchroom can improve on that, obviously, by giving them hometown fights and focusing the promotion around him a little bit more. They get the tagging, they get whoever made that great video of him and Devin and Regis, get them to make something like that for him who really fits that boogeyman bill. I love it, man. I hope, because, someone's got to promote the kid. He's not being promoted, and he should be. Mad Bet 100, member for 38 months on a contender level. He says, Daily Dose of Tanquil, No Mas Matias becomes Puerto Rican superstar after this victory. Damn, Tanquil 2024? Really? After this victory over Liam Paro? We got Joshua Cabrera. Go ahead.
Real quick, do we see Matias now, if he's going to be over there, and especially if he comes out on the better side of the Paro fight, do we see him on the card with Berlanga, some sort of Puerto Rican extravaganza now? Is that enough?
If Matchroom is trying to sign him, that only makes sense to bring Berlanga to the city, to the country, or vice versa. Take Matias to New York City. Do it both. Have Matias headline in Puerto Rico with Berlanga on the undercard, and then vice versa. Put Berlanga on the main event in New York with Matias on the undercard, and share the love.
Even bring him to Orlando.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, it's a good move for Matias from a promotional standpoint because
That's where they should start at, if anything.
you know that they at least are thinking that way. DAZN is already, as a network, they already going to Puerto Rico with Matchroom and Amanda Serrano. So, yeah.
You don't think that'd be a smarter first fight with Matchroom?
What?
Orlando instead of Puerto Rico to see if he can headline first?
I don't think so. You talking about Matias?
Yeah, I mean, has he ever headlined? I don't think
But
he's
that's
ever.
why they going to his country because he
No,
not
I
a
know. I'm
star
just saying.
here.
Typically, fighters' first headline isn't like a homecoming arena fight main event. It's usually like
I think his disposition is such
building
that
up.
he might be more known
over
amongst
there.
Puerto Ricans and boxers. Yeah, in
Yeah,
Puerto
I
Rico.
think. Listen, there's no coincidence that we've been talking about a hometown fight for him for a couple of months. There's, Fresh Promotions has obviously shown that he can move tickets. It's like, if I could show you that I could sell 1,000 tickets in PR at a certain price, then it's up to you to decide, do you want to build a card around that and make that 1,000 turn into more or whatever that number may be. But certainly we've been hearing only rumors of him fighting over there in the Coliseo. But considering what you're saying as a talking point, yeah, I mean, why not go to Orlando? If you're not considering PR, let's make that clear, because I love Puerto Rico. If you're not gonna consider PR and you're like, let's see if this guy's a main event, yeah, Orlando makes sense because it's less seats. So, you don't shoot yourself. You don't get Madison Square Garden and flop, and instead you sell out. And if you don't sell out, you come close in Orlando because it's less seats. And I think you sell out anyway if you're doing it with Matchroom because you got Berlanga. If he signs the Matchroom, he got Berlanga. And it just makes sense to put those two Puerto Ricans on the same card.
Nah, look, you know him more than I do. So again, I was just asking y'all, asking you what you would thought or what you would think.
Yeah, I
would
mean,
be
I think
better.
Orlando would be good too. I mean, personally, obviously, y'all know as a community that I would prefer Puerto Rico, but I think Orlando would be a good option for them. If not, what's the other venue that you? Oh no, it is
So
Caribbean.
just for conversation purposes, the last time Matias fought in Puerto Rico, he fought at a venue that holds 8,000.
Ooh.
BoxRec, as we all know, is based off stars.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that he was the main event because he wasn't like the top rated fight, but there was only 3 10-rounders and he was one of them. So he was at least one of the top 3 fights. But look, I mean, maybe Amin is right in the sense of his fandom that we may not see or feel here in America that might be, complete opposite down in the Puerto Rican island.
I think whatever he did, he's gonna do more now that he's a defending champion. That's definitely growing. So
You mean out of the ring?
Whatever he did in the ring in terms of ticket sales back then in Puerto Rico, I believe going back he'll do more because he is now a defending champion.
Oh yeah, I mean
At home, first,
that's
big event.
But
it's what's supposed to happen. Like boxing is you're supposed to win a title and go back home, show it off to the people that help you get to this point, to the people that travel and buy your tickets. They are ruining this sport. No more hometown fights. No more victory laps. Like, I'm the only one that uses the word victory lap in this sport anymore, period. And it's only when doing an interview because it don't exist anymore. You don't get to go back home and show off the fruits of your labor. It's
The problem
crazy.
is though, Ness. The problem is though, Ness, when we've had somebody do exactly what you just said, everybody
What Crawford?
lost. No, 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 no. No, what promoter did exactly what Ness said. Everybody that became champ, they went home. And everybody lost.
Like the fighters lost or you financial loss? I'm lost.
Yes.
I'm lost as to what you're
Yes. The
saying.
fighters lost.
Tell us who it was. I'm lost in this too.
I mean, shit. J Rock lost. Jared Hurd lost his homecoming fight. Um, bro, like off the top, I probably could think of only a handful, but bro, there's literally been PBC was doing that for years. Take them home, take them, become champ, take them home, become champ, take them home. That's how everybody lost. So
I guess
it's
if you
like,
want to consider the Barclays a hometown fight for Danny, he
Yeah, but
lost.
they taking you home with a tough opponent, man. You got to get the hometown fight where you win in front of your audience. You know,
The
you
victory
showing
lap.
off your belt. It's called the victory lap. I didn't make that phrase up. Like they stealing that from the sport. And thank you, Al Heyman, if he gave it to them. I would have to really go back because I don't remember J Rock
bro,
getting it immediately. Was it immediately after winning the belts?
immediately, bro. And then you talking about high level, he lost to a guy that had been knocked out at the club level before. So
But didn't he lose to Vladimir? Who'd he lose to for that fight?
nah, he lost to Banana,
I mean, come on, bro.
right?
Yeah, that's how he
That's
became
Mario.
champ. So what we talking about? That dude was a puncher. Like, yeah, he wasn't the best at staying in shape, but you can't take his power away.
So no, I mean I didn't take it away. I just stated the fact that he
Yeah, but he
had been
went.
knocked out
Yeah, but
at the
that's a
club level
cheap
before.
shot, Danny. That's the only unified champ in DR. Like, that's a cheap whack shot.
Yeah,
Like,
don't take that
to
up
try
with
to
me, bro. Take that
highlight.
up with your guys.
No,
Like,
you trying to. No, I got to take it up with you because you're the one highlighting his smallest failure and not highlighting his biggest accomplishment. You could have
Bro.
said he got knocked out, but he was a unified champ. Somebody got knocked out by a
But
club
he
show
wasn't-
guy.
bro.
he
But
went
listen
on to be
what was
unified
said. Listen
though.
to what was said.
It's
You said these
misleading.
guys lost at home to top level guys. I'm telling you that Rosario was not
My
a
man,
top level guy when
he
he
went
fought him.
on to be unified, or he was unified. Like, you can't take that. I'm gonna move on, bro. These are the arguments he loves that don't make sense. Average boxing fan, aka Baby Joker, LC Promotions is the Mexican Pro Box on YouTube. Send me a link, champ. Demo member for 10 months. Buddy sound like, oh, you said that. Alexander Wilson, $5 says, Peacock and Sky have the same parent company, Comcast. This is why Boxer is on Peacock.
Hey.
It's still just a signal, no
I mean-
American broadcast, nothing. Thank God that Big Mo is the announcer. You want to say?
It was so top level. J Rock was a minus 3,000. That's how top level of a fight that was. He was a minus 3,000.
Yeah, because J-Rock had been in
Yo,
the ring with
hey, it was so top
Jamal.
level. It was so top level. I mean, that Ringwalk Danny, the same guy that had knocked out Rosario, like knocked his ass out on the club level. I lost 500 on him when he fought J Rock. J Rock wiped the floor with him. That one was not a minus 3,000 though.
Those are the facts.
Top level though.
So are you saying that who's not top level in this conversation? I'm lost
Bro,
already.
you can't call a guy that was expected to lose, was a minus 3,000 underdog, and call him call that fight specifically a top level fight. Like, we know what happened after the fact, but going into that fight, nobody considered it a top level fight.
Going into the Jason Rosario fight?
Absolutely, nobody considered that a top level fight for J Rock.
Top level, and just to be clear, because since you like to argue words, what does top level mean?
Shit, top level, the top against the top. Like, I don't think that Banana Rosario was a top 3 or top 5 anything. Like, top. Like,
I mean, when you
what you
say
could
top 3 or top 5 anything, does anything count as sanctioning body? Because I'm just trying to be clear here.
in the division.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely wrong. Again, this just comes from people that don't watch the sport, and this is totally you, because you watch guys you like. To sit here, right, and say Jason Rosario was some sort of not top level because he lost to Nathan Gallimore, turned around since that loss, fought Marco a Madman twice, knocked out, went the distance with Deloach, went the distance with Jamonte Clark, who everybody thinks beat Fundora, but you see, you don't watch boxing, you watch names, so you didn't see that fight. Maybe you was at that fight and you was busy interviewing somebody. But then after that, he then again fought Marcos Hernandez, knocked him out, and then common opponent with the guy that you do watch, Erickson Lubin.
Bro,
Remember Lubin dropped down?
We all got box rec, bro. We all got box rec.
No, but did you watch those fights?
Yeah, I saw Lubin
So how can you call this man not top in any sanctioning body?
So how does a fight that he fought after help him with who he was at that time?
I didn't say anything after Williams. Sorry,
Lubin, bro. Yeah, Lubin was.
I said common opponent with Lubin. Pay attention.
No, I think Danny was saying that Rosario was just brought in as an opponent.
And that's fine. And that's fine. That's fine. But when you say he's not, but when you say he's not top level in any sanctioning, you're just fibbing.
I said in the division, bro. Like, to me, and granted,
brother,
now we
the
talking
division
about,
is a sanction.
Now we talking this and this.
It's 4 sanctioners in a division, and that's why I was specific, because I know you like to argue specifics. So I asked you specifically, when you say top, what you mean? And I said division. And then I said, bro, there's 4 sanctioners in there. And you said, I don't think he was top 3 or 5. And I said, you're lying. Yeah. And I said, you're lying, and commenced to prove it. Those
you didn't give me rankings. You just gave me.
My man, we don't need rankings. We watch boxing. We don't need rankings. We watch boxing. If you beat an undefeated Jamonte Clark, you getting ranked, bro. You getting ranked. If you go and beat Marcos Madman Hernandez, who only had 1 loss at the time, you getting ranked. If you beat a common opponent with Erickson Lubin and Jorge Cota, you getting ranked. You just making shit up. Moving on.
So I guess you're on the stance that it was a top fight, correct?
I'm on the stance that he is not. He was no. We are here because you tried to call him low level. And because you tried to, and because you tried to mislead the public. You tried to mislead the public by saying he got knocked out by some sort of, what you call them, club level dude. And who exactly is club level? Is Nathan Gallimore club level?
No. I said he got knocked out at the club level, which Samstown is the club level. Yeah.
So is Nathan Gallimore club level?
Yeah.
This dude. And that dude is from your city. That dude is from your city, bro. That's sad.
I've been following Nate his whole career.
No, and that's why it's sad. That's why it's sad, because you're a meme right now. You're what people say. Your own friends shit on you. You gonna tell me a motherfucker made it out of Chicago, right? You never heard me say Jerson Ravello. You never heard me say Jerson Ravello was a bum. I praise him and say, my man fought Andre Ward. My dude that I played ball with. You feel me? My dude that I went to school with, he fought Andre Ward. He was an Olympian for DR. You don't hear me say he's club level because he's from my city. This dude's, he signed a PBC. He club level? You terrible, bro. Don't be nobody's friend like that. Because a dude that make it out of Chicago signs to Al Heyman, gets these big-ass fights. Because after Jason Rosario, he had more fights. After Jason Rosario, he had more fights.
Where'd he go from Chicago, Ness? Where'd he make it out to?
So he didn't make it to TV? When you make it out, my bro, he wasn't fighting everywhere. Do I got to go through his resume for you?
Bro, I know his resume, bro. But
so he ain't make it out. Those fights didn't happen. They didn't happen in those cities, in those states. Boxing ain't take him to those places.
So I guess every boxer's
No,
made
he's
it
a
out,
club.
right? Because they didn't fought outside of their hometown. So if you fight outside of your
because
hometown,
you said he
done made
club
it out.
level. Club level mean a local show. I didn't know club level mean any state.
I'm club level.
You understand? Club level is a local show. I ain't know Al Heyman do club level shows. Hey, C-Dub, I need you to call in and tell us which club level show Al Heyman did. You understand? Because if Gallimore was on the club level, did he finish his career on the club level? Did he not get to the mountaintops?
Nah, he
How
didn't get to the mountaintops.
How many dudes in Chicago signed to Al Heyman, Danny? How many dudes in Chicago got the amount of fights that Gallimore got? But you called them club level. Man, let's just move on, bro.
Yo, before you
man.
man.
The subway guy got more than that. So
yeah, he never got the fights on the level of Gallimore.
No, you're right. He actually got a real title shot.
Maybe
You're
one.
right. He got a
maybe
real
one
title
versus
shot.
Plant.
He
Didn't
got
he
a
fight
real
Plant?
title shot. Fuck you talking about?
Didn't he fight Plant?
Real title.
A real title. So Gallimore ain't getting no real title shot?
No.
I'm gonna double check that because he fought a lot of people. He fought a lot of people.
Who you get the title shot against?
I'm about to check.
While Ness is checking that, King Amin of Essex 1 on Instagram, King Amin of Essex 1 on Twitter, and the championship rounds on YouTube. I'm out.
He certainly ain't getting no title shot. That's his fault. He should have fucking beat Julian Williams. He would have got it.
The
Patrick Teixeira would have been another title shot. He was highly ranked in the WBO and went on to fight Carlos Adames for the belt. He lost to Lubin. He could have got a title shot after that with in the WBC. He lost. But look at these names, bro. You can't call this dude club level, bro. Yo, he beat Rosario first and foremost, bro. That dude went on to be unified. You know, beat Angel Hernandez, fought Julian Williams, beat Justin DeLoach. Beat Antonio Todd.
Nas, you got to do better, bro. You getting mad at me for your words, brother.
What words?
You
called him club level. I ain't call him club level.
No, Champ, I said he lost on the club level. You cannot tell me that Sam's Town, a venue that hold 500 motherfuckers.
Nah, that's in Vegas, bro. Level. That's in Vegas. You tripping? That ain't club level.
Oh, okay.
That's Vegas.
If it's Vegas, right? How many fights have you covered there? Because you cover fights in every venue.
Bro, I mean, you was my Vegas correspondent, and on top of that,
motherfucker,
it's Vegas
what that got to do with
television.
shit? If it's a top level fight, why wouldn't you cover it?
Listen.
If it's a top level fight, why wouldn't you cover it?
You said that. It's Vegas, and it was television most of the time. Most of the time, it was on Showbox, bro. Like, what is we talking about? How is that club level?
Why wouldn't you cover it?
I think the thing is that you are like so off by the word. You're using the wrong word. You have to understand, in boxing, there is absolutely no such thing as a club level show with fucking an international broadcast. You sound completely insane. If you're on Showbox, where your fight is being watched in the USA, and I'm sure Showtime has some sort of international deal with somebody, how could you be club level? Club level is fighting in Detroit on a Dimitri Salita card in the Crunk Gym, non-televised. Non-televised, no network. My brother, how the fuck does a club show have network television premium? You talking about Showtime? This dude is insane. We got to move on, man.
Bro, just stop. The fight wasn't even on Showtime, bro. Please.
None of his fight. Bro, you called him a club fighter.
Bro,
and I'm telling you, he's been on the highest levels.
Bro, I said he lost on the club at the club level.
Man. We'll move on.
That fight was not on Showtime.
You right. Lil Zoot at $2.
You said if the venue got a Showtime or Showbox, which neither was the case, that card was not on either network.
You won. Lil Zoot, $2, 12 count. Oh, this is the was it Japanese fighter that passed away, Danny? Kazuki Anaguchi?
I'm pulling it up, but I believe so.
Yeah, I think that came across my feed a day or two ago.
Yeah, he passed away due to injury sustained on the Inoue Tapales undercard, Kazuki Anaguchi. So
Mm.
definitely send our prayers out and thoughts to him and his family.
We will make sure I got this here because we're not in my other studio. Okay, we do. So we'll do the 10 count.
Just wait. Before we do, we're gonna do two of them, or you want to do one for both?
You do,
Because
you do,
our
your
guy,
call.
Apollo passed away as well.
Yeah, we
Um,
could do
Let me give him his proper respect. Pull up his actual name because he was a NFL football player. Played with the
Carl
lot with the
Weathers. You talking about
say
Carl
it again?
Weathers?
Carl Weathers. Yes, he played in the NFL with the Raiders for I believe 7 or 8 years.
What?
Yeah,
Damn,
and
I ain't know
also
that shit.
I didn't know that either. And
Holy shit.
I just want to bring up the fact that not just did he play the iconic role of Apollo Creed, I feel so bad. He played in one of my favorite all-time movies
Which
in Happy
one?
Gilmore.
Oh yeah. He was the golf instructor, like the
I didn't know
coach
that
with the
with the
fake
hand.
hand.
I didn't know that.
Come on, champ. So you
I
didn't
didn't know
watch it,
that.
or you didn't know that was him, like because of the makeup? I'm
No,
lost.
no. I didn't know that was him. I didn't. I mean,
Huh.
he looked different. He looked a little different than he did in Apollo. Obviously, he ain't have his shirt off in the golf movie, so I ain't see
Hell yeah,
his
he was in
swole.
the first Predator movie too. That was right. That's true. What was his line? I don't know, but I know they kill him and he kept shooting like right. But when you so we're gonna do that for both of them.
Yes, we'll do a
T
10 count for
minus
them both.
T minus now. Oops, wrong one. And we're not doing it yet because I fucked up. Hold on. Rest in peace to Carl Weathers. Oh man, now I gotta try to pronounce this again. And
I got
Kazuki
you.
Anaguchi.
Kazuki Anaguchi.
Um, Danny,
Nesta.
I want to do. Twitter isn't working, so I want to do something real quick. So we're gonna go to an intermission for a quick couple of
All right, let's
seconds.
do it. Don't
While
go anywhere.
while we do, just give me about a minute. Should be all the time we need. All right, that should be. Hopefully that worked, and we can get this Twitter up and running. We're gonna go out to Sportsbook Boxing Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yo, Nuts, I'm sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
we got a caller? Are they there?
Well, I had went to the caller, but what's up?
Nah, if they connect, they'll connect. If not, I got something for you.
What you got?
Nah, man, I'm surprised you ain't brought it up. It was global news yesterday. I don't know. It was kind of late, so it might have not made it to your feed, but your idol, or at least one of your idols in Jay-Z,
Got a
I'm
Grammy?
sure. Yeah, but it was his Grammy speech that made national headlines. I
Yeah,
don't know
that
if
he
you
said.
caught that.
I think. What's that dude you don't follow?
The
He
Shade Room.
he posted it. Okay, let's just say them, but it wasn't them. It was the other dude, academics.
Oh, oh, act okay.
And
Yeah, no, I just wanted your thoughts, bro, because a lot of people, I ain't take it that way. A lot of people was trying to go in. A
on
lot of
what
people.
exactly? I'm
Yo, yo,
lost.
yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, we hear you, sports, but give me
I
a
don't know
sec.
what just happened. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah,
What's
nah, you
good
back.
with you?
You back. You back. Don't worry. Give me 1 second. Dan, you want to finish that up or you want to get into this call?
I mean, we could get into the call. I thought you'd seen it because it was all over my shit. Some people felt that was your boy's Kanye moment,
Yeah, I
is what they
mean,
were.
I seen the comments and it was more like, oh wow, when Kanye did this, he was an asshole. Jay does it. Like basically people loved that Jay said what he said. And then they loved that his daughter was nervous and he embraced it. Like, oh, such a father. I mean, from what I seen on the comments on academic shit, the speech went
No,
off. All right. Wow. How was the
I
comments on
nah,
Shade
I
Room?
liked it. I liked this
But
shit.
that's what I'm
I
saying. How
found
was
the
the
shit.
comments on Shade Room?
I don't know. I saw it on Twitter, but
Okay.
yeah, pretty much people was talking about. It was either they loved it or they hated it. Some people called it his Kanye moment, and some people, like you said, were embracing it. I love the fact that at the end he was like, keep showing up until they call you
Yeah.
the GOAT,
Yeah.
or until whatever he said, and then he was like, at the end, he's like, "You feel me?" and then walked off. I'm like, yeah, that was a nice little mic drop.
Yeah, nah. I question whether or not I should have threw it on my story, and I'm like, I ain't with no Grammys, but I felt the speech for sure, and I'm a big J fan. Sports book, what up? Sports book.
What's good with it? What's good with it?
What up? What
What's
up?
good with y'all? Shout out, Ness. Shout out, Ring Walt.
Buenos
Appreciate
dias.
y'all for letting me get on. Man, with Matias, man, he's a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? He has a art. You know, he he's a
You breaking up, sports book,
punches.
like a motherfucker.
You can you hear me now? Can you hear
Hopefully,
me now?
hopefully we could hear you. The issue was like you was breaking up, so we couldn't get a full sentence.
Oh well, nah. I was just saying stylistically. You know, I see him knocking Liam Paro out. You know what I'm saying? He has vicious punch placement, good punch placement. He's hurting people with like 6 to 9 inch shots, which is pretty impressive. Um, people get on his defense and say, he doesn't have any defense. I would like to see it a little bit more head movement, maybe. But I think contrary, people got to realize that your style kind of dictates your defense. You know what I'm saying? If you had a type of style that he has, you wouldn't expect him to be necessarily a slick fighter. But I like that fight. Another thing, I'm just say this for all y'all old motherfucking other channels, y'all some bitches, bro. Because I go on these channels and I just want to see the best fight the best. So when Tank calls out Conor Benn, and I simply say why he don't keep the same energy for Devin, motherfuckers want to block me and yell at me the way I can't talk. But I just think that's weird. Hopefully we can still get this fight, but it's like why didn't you keep the same energy with that? Eddie hit you up when it was Devin, you didn't want to say nothing, but like, Connor, who was getting touched by a Pete Dobson who's slow, that would be tailor made for Tank. So I don't know, man. It's just a little fucked up. It's some bullshit. I've never seen a fighter with such power and be able to say he's the boss and control his career, choose these type of fights. So, this is some bullshit, but It is what it is. Conor Benn, why don't you fight Boots? Why don't you do that? I like to see that. Why don't you fight somebody in your division who gonna be a champion soon? But that's my call, man. I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, man. Looks like Twitter is back. Woohoo! Salute, salute. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up, go ahead and do so. We got
We are trying to hit that next goal of 189,000 subscribers, Ness. I'd love to hit that by the end of the week. There's been a lot of coverage. I was in LA for the Thurman Zoo press conference, some nice exclusive interviews there. Steven Espinoza and more. Shot right to Vegas the next morning. Covered Ben, covered Dobson, press away and fight. Footage with Eddie, with Conor and more on the page. And then obviously we in the building today, Mandalay Bay. It is Super Bowl week in Vegas next, Ness, and they are kicking things off with the Teofimo Lopez and the Jermaine Ortiz media workouts today. So I'll be live in the building all week covering that. So make sure you are subscribed. Head on over to the YouTube right now and support.
word.
Yo.
Drew, what it do?
What up? I like this fight. It's a nice touch for Subriel, take him back to the motherland, and it's a good move him going with Eddie because Regis wants another fight too, right? He won another shot at the title. There's another fight for him after this one.
That's a good fight.
That's a good fight. Regis was talking that talk when they said Subriel was the boogeyman.
I
So
mean,
we'll see.
he
Let's see
out
what's
here
in
training
sports.
MMA though. Did he sign
He just
a
training,
PFL
but I mean,
deal?
no, but he got that deal with Eddie, right? Eddie told him it was a 3-fight deal, right? What was the first fight on that? That homecoming,
Zorilla.
the Devin fight, and then now he got one more fight on that deal, right?
I don't
So
know
that's a
how
good
many
fight
fights
for
it
him.
was for. Don't get me to lying, but I just know I seen this photographer. Shout out to Mike. I just saw this photographer and he was like, "Yo, what you think about Regis training MMA?" Now he ain't tell me that's what he gonna do or nothing like that, but he wanted my thoughts on it, and that's his photographer. So
Yeah, but like
I don't
until
know.
I
We'll
hear
see.
something concrete that he got a fight day still, like I know he's still obligated to match because the interviews I remember hearing when Eddie flew him out there to Guadalajara for the Canelo fight and to seal the deal, I know it was a 3-fight deal. I heard Regis say that a couple times in
Yeah, bro,
interviews.
but
Um,
think about it though. That don't mean he can't do both. Clarissa does both. You get what I'm saying? I don't
I
know his
mean, but is he
deal. I
going?
don't know his
I know, but
deal.
is he going to do both? Is he going to do his first MMA fight before a boxing fight? We don't know. There's no talks. There's no PFL rumors, though. So I take that with a grain of salt.
For
Um,
sure.
but like a couple, like you guys were saying earlier, like a lot of these fighters too damn sensitive. A lot of these fighters couldn't handle a media week like Super Bowl week, like ticking off today, Danny, in and out of 15, 20 interviews a day. But like the interview you guys had earlier this morning with the fighter, like yeah, he's I like what he's doing, but entertainment's a part of the game, bro. It's always been can you put butts in seats? Now it's just what's your engagement on social media? And so I hate when
Well, I
fighters
think I
complain
think
and
I
cry
think
about
I
that
think that the
shit though.
social media I think that the social media thing is like part of the butts and seats these days.
And that's what I'm saying. It's now that
Yeah.
now. It's like, bro, like you gotta play the game, bro. Like you gotta be engaged. Like I know for a fact when HBO and Showtime were unboxing, fighters that fought on both those platforms, they had invitations to go to them premieres. That's why Triple G was at those Game of Thrones premieres. Why wasn't none of the fighters at the Chicago premiere? Like, fighters do got to do their part outside of
Can I
the
tell you
gym and the
why
ring
though?
too.
I mean, it also costs a lot of money. If you ain't making that type of money, how could you be
Well,
flying around, going to ringside games and shit like that?
I mean, the money thing is one aspect of it, right? But the second
Yeah,
aspect of it is that unlike other sports, most boxers, like 99.9% of fighters, they don't have agents. They don't have an agency to represent them to be able to do these crossover things. Like all your major athletes in other sports, they have an agent that sets these things up for them. Like we just had the Grammys last night. Like any athlete that was at the Grammys, yo, that invitation 9 times out of 10 came through their agency. You feel me? So it's like I that's how we've seen Ryan at some of these things. Ryan's been present at a lot of non-boxing mainstream things because he has an agency.
Yeah, man, it's important. It's important to have someone out there pushing that brand and putting you in the right position so that that
Look,
brand can grow.
All due respect, and this is no way to take away from Ryan because obviously you have to bring in the numbers, you have to be who you are to even be in this position. But Ryan does not get Gatorade and GMC if it's not for his agency. Like he landed those deals through his agency. So
Yeah, but and I'm not trying to argue. I'm just saying, obviously they had to show, his power on social media, and that's why those companies are interested. Yes, it took the agency to
for
present it.
sure,
Yeah. I'm
for
just
sure, no.
showing.
But again, it's just one of those things that it's like it take for a guy with his social media following or a guy with maybe a little bit less following and the accomplishments because Devin just got signed to WME. Well, they just announced it. So it's like
What
they're
is
the only
that?
two fighters, huh?
What is WME?
William Morris something. It's an agency that represents, musicians,
What's
actors,
their biggest?
networks.
What's their biggest person?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Denzel's with WME. I know
Okay.
Future's with WME. Uh,
That should be
I
the
mean,
first thing they do. Denzel's such a big fan. Get him on a show together, a sit down, something. Something.
yeah, I mean, fact check me. I'm almost sure Denzel, but like, bro, like you have CAA and you have WME. Like, unless somebody can tell me of a third one, I'm pretty sure those are the two biggest like entertainment agencies in the world,
What's the
or at
one that
least in
Crawford
America.
signed to? Didn't Crawford sign the one like a year ago?
CAA.
Is that one of the two you said?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, it's CAA and it's WME. I mean, Top Rank as a promotional company is signed to CAA.
Mm.
You
I
know,
got some callers here. Let me get
let's
to
do it.
Matador. While we wait for him to connect, go ahead and hit that.
Matador.
Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Aiden, salute. He says daily value from TBV. Let's get it today. Flex emoji, fire emoji, and the Hardine emoji. And that was a $5
Hey,
super
big
chat.
salute.
Aiden, go ahead. You can use that
Big-
$5 to become a member, champ. It's literally $2.99 a month.
Big salute. Big salute because this happened off show, off topic. This was just a community thing. But big ups, big salute to James Benitez, $50 cash app to help with the Uber costs in LA. He's like, champ, I know it's expensive out there. Here's a little sum.
Shout out to James.
Because
man.
he heard what happened. Now, so I don't know if you heard. I don't
What
know if he got
happened?
back to you in Vegas, but
What?
I was on the flight in LA with Rolly.
Oh, yeah. I seen that text. I told you to talk to him. You didn't,
Yeah,
though.
we tried to share Uber. We tried to.
You
well,
and Rolly?
I'm like, champ, we going to the same place. We could split a Uber.
You lying. You ain't say that.
And he wasn't. I guess they had a full car, is what it was. They had a full car, so I had to catch my own Uber. But shout out to James Benitez, nonetheless,
me
for that
ask you.
$50 cash app.
Did you really ask him to share an Uber with you?
Hell no, man.
I knew it.
I acknowledged him. He didn't even speak to me. Why would I ask him to share Uber with me?
Of course you ain't, because you know what it is, bruh.
I don't know
It
shit.
is what it is. It is what it is.
I don't know
what it
shit.
is.
I stood right behind him for half an hour on the ramp to board the plane. So yeah, I definitely don't know shit. I do know I spoke to him. He ain't acknowledged me. So it was all everything is everything. And so I kept speaking to Laura and
It's so weird how this game
Serrano.
is.
Yo,
So
shout
weird.
out to Laura too, man.
It's
And
Landry?
shout out to Mario Serrano because yeah, man, they try to force me to use the Showtime translator. I said I'm not using him. I said, if y'all want me to interview Laura, I'm not using a translator. And Mario and Laura was like, nah, let him translate. He's translated before. So shout out to them because I wasn't doing that. You feel me?
So they let you translate?
Of course.
For Laura for the whole day or just for your own video?
No, just for my own interview. But you get what I'm saying? It's like, cool. Like, if they wanted me to stay, you know, whatever they translate is getting would have sufficed for me, you know. But I'm just saying, like, for my interview, they was, oh, yeah, we not doing that. I got it.
Yo, did you see my interview with Antonio Moran? And I would translate the question for him, or I would say the question in Spanish and translate it in English, let him answer and forget to translate his answer and then go on to saying the next question. I ain't even realized that shit.
Yeah, hey, bro, let me tell you, it's a job.
No, I told you
like
that.
people think like, oh, you just speaking Spanish and that's your no, it's a job. Translating is a job. So whenever Ness look at me crazy when he drops
Speaking
in the
of, you can't miss the show tomorrow. Can't miss tomorrow. William Cepeda should be on tomorrow and
morning.
Yeah, and I don't want to have any fucking
I don't book nobody
issues.
for Friday morning. I'm sorry to tell you, my friend. I don't believe I'll be on the show Friday morning. Busy week. I don't believe Friday morning. I'm gonna try, but you know we're gonna figure it out. Yeah, but you know I'll be here tomorrow, no problem. William Cepeda at what time? That's
should be 9:45 a.m.
9:45. Drop y'all questions. Post is out. YouTube members and Patreon. Ask William Cepeda a pregunta.
And he's gonna be fighting Maxie Hughes, IBF eliminated 135 pound
March
division.
16th, right here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Golden Boy on the zone.
I got Mad Bent 100, $2. See, he knows boxing. He's my age. Daily Dose of Tanquil. Keith selling like B-Hop in Trinidad. See, and what he means is Trinidad did the same thing. He disrespected the culture too. I mean, I said that wrong. Hopkins did the same thing. He disrespected the culture. Keith saying flat-footed Mexican is not as bad as B-Hop snatching a flag and stomping it out at the podium.
No, for sure. No, but this is what I was saying, Ness. This is what I was saying. I think that Bernard potentially knew the type of backlash he could have got from throwing the Puerto Rican flag on the ground. Could you agree?
Potentially knew? Yeah, all right. Yeah. Just like Keith knew what the fuck he was saying.
Nah, bro. I don't, and that's why I disagree. That's why I disagree. See, Zoo is Australian. I felt that Keith said it like on some funny shit, but in reality, 90%, if not more, of the media present was Mexican. So they all turning around looking crazy. You feel me? And I felt that he felt the energy because when we was doing the scrum, all the Mexican media was asking them about it.
Okay, but like, they looking at him crazy. But B-Hop, they tried to get at him. He threw that flag. That shit went bananas. It was about to be a riot out that bitch.
B-Hop disrespected the guy he was fighting in the country the guy was from. This guy disrespected an entire different race that ain't have nothing to do with the guy that he was fighting. Like, Zoo was laughing. You're like, bro, that's a fucking compliment.
Nah,
look at Chavez. Look at Chavez.
Zoo didn't laugh. He did exactly what he needed. He adopted y'all. He became y'all champion. Bro, I can't believe you don't see the marketing genius in Keith One-Time Thurman. Bro, he lobbed it to Zoo. You fight like a flat-footed Mexican. Don't you do that. Don't you disrespect the Mexican style. I'm glad I fight like a Mexican. I'm proud. Like, yo, he adapted y'all. I see the comments, bro. I'm a Keith fan. I'm in all the little flags y'all throwing. Bro, they even made a fake shirt. Mexicans for Zoo. Exactly.
No, it's not fake. It's not fake. They already tagged me on Twitter, bro. Somebody already has it.
Well, there you go. Listen, it's real marketing, man. Like, look, you got to do what you got to do. But Keith Thurman about to bring it to Zoo. You feel me? Yo, you see how you was there in person? I need to ask you this because camera be lying.
What?
Keith looked like he's just as big as him, and not in a fat way, like in a tall way and in a body way. I feel like the 25 months off, he filled in the 54. Remember, there was rumors of him fighting Earl at 54. I feel like he was always training for a 54-pound fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a question you're gonna have to ask him if you could ever
How'd he
make
look
it down
though
there before they
physically?
fight.
How'd he look like physically to you when you seen him in front of Zoo? Like, does Zoo
Nah,
look
he-
extremely
nah, I-
bigger, or do it look like it could be a fair fight?
Nah, I think I agree with the Thurman assessment at least. Last time I saw Thurman though, unfortunately, it's like I ain't seen Thurman out of camp in like 6 years. Right? So it's kind of hard. You know, so he's had very few camps.
But
so I just ain't seen him.
You seen him last at the Barrios fight week.
Yeah, fight week though. He already cut in.
All right, but
He
that's what I'm
already-
saying. Does this frame look significantly different in front of Zoo? Is all I'm asking. Because on camera there's certain face-off
but you
shots.
asking me. Let me just rephrase your question.
I know what I'm asking you. It's a long time ago.
Is the guy? Bro.
I
So
know.
of course, you asking me a question you know the answer to.
Okay, but now you've seen him in person. So how much bigger does he look from back then? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Bro, 30 pounds. Like, yeah, he looked bigger.
30 pounds, bro. He not about to jump on the scale. He could probably be more potentially.
No, potentially. I'm just
He
saying.
looked big to me in that suit. He looked just as tall as Zoo, but then you got other camera angles where he looks shorter than Zoo. So I'm just asking, I feel like, damn, did my man sneak up into being a middleweight in this 2 years off? Because he has been training. He had the WBC announced the 54-pound bout. Then he had the end of the year. Didn't they announce Stanionis to him for December 16th and it fell apart? So there's no denying that there was training in between. And whether you're training for a welterweight fight or a 54-pound fight, you don't start cutting until you start cutting. So
Hey, this is my
he
first
looks in
time
shape.
talking to you since. Yo, how many calls you get about Conor Benn weighing 170 the morning of the fight?
Oh man, you kidding me? Nobody cared about that. It was more after. There's been way more talk after. His name hot on these streets. I mean, he had about 5 people talk about him post fight. You had
everybody, bro.
Yeah,
it's
you
what
had
the caller
Hitchens,
said.
Earl Spence.
It's what the caller said, bro. It's like whoever said keep the same energy when you go on these channels, whatever. Like, bro, it's like the Dobson shots was landing, so it's like everybody looking at that like shit.
Fool.
You feel me?
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Bro,
there's people.
On Mothers. Look, I know I missed the last 2 days of last week too, so it's like I wasn't no help to the show, especially to the Conor Benn specific, right?
Mhm.
Bro, on my mother, I was being looked at so stupid because I said Dobson was going decision. Everybody, they was
Well,
clowning me, bro.
I wish you would have told me, because let me tell you.
Why you ain't asked?
First of all, I ain't need to ask. You in the fucking betting group. You've been seeing all the research they was doing and all the money
I be
they
so
was
busy
betting.
though, bro.
Bro, them dudes
I be
bet
so busy.
thousands on 1 through 7. Like, first of all, under 7.5 and 1 through 4. Like, bro, everybody thought Conor was about to blow Dobson out. Like, maybe you knew different because you was going to fight week and you seen how big he was, because I ain't realized how big he was till fight night.
No.
He looked like a fucking cruiserweight.
Bro, no, look, even in the presser he had the beat on. I'm like, damn, he was okay. So then weigh in, I interviewed him right after. I'm surprised y'all ain't see the interview. Bro, I don't even remember if we talked about it on or off. But bro, you know how I met him? Spawn Lubin.
Damn. Yeah, you a jerk for that. I bet $100 under 7.5, bro. I'm mad as fuck right now. I did not expect him to go the distance.
Shout out to, oh my God, what the fuck is his name? He worked for IFL. I can't remember his name. He from Ireland though. My guy. I didn't see him get busy.
Danny
He
ain't shit.
smacked.
Danny ain't been on the
He's
show in over a month.
bro,
Come on here talking about, oh, I was telling people distance. This guy's
bro.
terrible,
No,
bro.
look. Everybody laughed at me, bro. So dude,
Bro, we
he was
lost
like, bro,
mad money this week.
I told him round 3. I'm like,
I
bro,
bet that shit on 2 different websites.
listen, I said, bro, accept your losses. This was round 3. I said, bro, accept your losses. Just live bet him decision. Motherfucker did live bet. He did like 75 on Ben decision, bro.
What
live
fucking
bet.
site he did at live bet in Vegas? Fucking MGM.
He was using one of those British sites. Cause I asked him, I said, bro, what the fuck is that?
Ben
he was
let
using
me
a
down.
VPN for one of his sites.
Ben let me down, but not for the reasons people out here capping, talking about, oh, PDs and all this shit. Man, come on, bro. That dude Dobson, listen, if Ben weighed 170 in the morning, how much was Dobson fight night, bro? Dude looked like a fucking cruiserweight. His shoulders was bigger. His biceps was bigger.
Yeah.
He was taller. His traps was bigger. His chest was bigger.
I don't know about Pete. Cause he ain't post no picture to his Instagram story, obviously, as Conor Benn did. But I do know that they both weighed in exactly the same 150.6. Was I tripping? Because obviously TV's the best view, but I thought they was wild, and I thought the scorecards was way closer than that.
Nah, you wildin'. Like, how many rounds?
You thought he only won 1 round?
Maybe 2. Like, what rounds you gave him?
I thought he won 3, 4, 5.
I would have to go back and watch that. I feel like he has moments. I don't feel like he landed a couple right hands, but I don't feel like he landed multiple right hands in any one round.
No, you right. I wasn't scoring it, by the way, but you are correct in the sense that in the sense that there were several rounds where I'm like, I don't know if it was enough.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, come on, bro. He wasn't letting his hands go. I'm consistent with that shit.
No, he
wasn't.
wasn't.
His hands
he
go,
wasn't.
Man.
But I felt that there was, bro. I felt that there was.
I'm supposed to get him on. Let me see if he's available. But I probably should get him on in the afternoon show. But yeah.
No, I definitely agree. I felt that there was moments where he was doing good. Just I'm like, bro, is this enough? Like, is this enough to win the round? Like, I ain't get to talk to him after the fight. I would have loved to. But yeah, damn, man, I thought one round was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But again,
listen to this,
Again, y'all have for one TV, so y'all have different angles, and even in the venue, we don't have a screen to watch replays. So it's like if you missed it live, you missed it. That's, you feel me? Like they ain't even have no screen for us to watch replays.
So when it comes to this news, let me screen share this for you. And it says here, sources with intimate knowledge of talks have informed boxing scene that Paro unconditionally signed for what would be his first major title fight. Doesn't that sound strange? But, however, it says Matias has tentatively agreed to terms. However, there remains a lingering issue of whether his team, headed by manager and local promoter Juan Orengo Fresh Promotions, is willing to commit to a promotional contract with Matchroom Boxing, who is currently promotes Paro. So, obviously, we have to wait and see. Does Matias need to sign, or is Eddie willing to do this fight to, like, show them, hey, look at what I can do if you do sign. But
that's why they ain't called Bill back, because they didn't want to go to the zone.
Who didn't want to go to the zone? What? Who didn't call Bill back? What?
Well, you saying that that they're uncertain if they take the
zone contract.
because they don't want to be with Matchroom, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they can't take the Paro fight as a co-promotion with Matchroom and Fresh Promotions in PR. You know,
That's true.
they just don't want to be
Stay,
signed. But
but then
I don't think
like
that he don't have the leverage for that.
I I
Hopefully, he could
I
pull it
just feel
off.
like I just feel like if they were to do that, right, which I don't have an issue with, like I want to be very clear, I don't have no issue with he is the champ. But if they do that, wouldn't they assume like the financial responsibility of putting that event together?
Some of it they co-promoting.
I'm saying, I would say a majority of it though, right? As the A-side champ
It depends
hosting
because
it.
it depends because they really not gonna host it, right? It's gonna be a DAZN broadcast, which means that's why Matchroom be involved. So, the paper would be totally different from the visuals and the optics, right? The optics would be, whatever they normally are, which is what? Champion walks out last and champion on the left and champion with the face first on the poster. Those things would probably be typical for Matias, but the fine print, no, because, Matchroom is going to have to take on a lot of responsibility as well. Plus, they're bringing the broadcast. The Fresh Promotions doesn't have television. Matchroom brings the television. They the one got the broadcast deal with DAZN. So, while Matias has leverage as a champion, he doesn't bring television.
No, for sure, for sure. It just I don't know the way that was worded. Just kind of sounds funny, or like it'd be complicated to actually pull off.
I don't even
Because
know
like when
how
I
it's an
think,
issue though, right? Like why is it an issue? Do you have anyone fucking trying to take you to PRD, Danny?
hey, it must be one of the remaining 13 dates, brother. I don't, hey,
Why would this even be an issue to sign? Like who? Like other than Matchroom, we haven't even heard anyone interested in taking him back to Puerto Rico. Hopefully, because that's what Al did with Rolly, right? Rolly went public and said Al offered me a better offer. Maybe that's what's happening here. But the reports have been that he's no longer with Al. So I don't know. Getting back to these callers though, Majid
phone
is Sid
phone lines are open, people.
in Ohio.
Yo,
We
what
hear
up,
you.
man?
What's the word?
Everybody the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. I've been in and out of shit because I'm on some out of town working shit again in Baltimore. But yeah, what y'all was saying that what Lucas he ain't fucking with the PBC shit no more?
No, the report is that Matias may or may not sign a deal with Matchroom to fight Liam Paro in Puerto Rico in June, I believe. Let me double
Damn.
check
Oh man.
the
Okay.
dates.
Well, yeah, with that news, man, I'm just hoping that like
Summer.
they
It
could
says
get that
summer.
they could get that shit done or whatever, for the fact that I want to see these niggas work together, you know what I'm saying? So in the future, we could get some of these, get some different fights or whatever, and not gotta look at a small selection. So I'm for it. If they happen in Puerto Rico next, y'all get to do y'all little trip and shit, vacay and work, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm just saying, I just want to bring some positivity to this shit. I hope that they could get it through and get this fight done or whatever, so we could see all entities start working with each other to make shit better in the future. But shout out to y'all. Welcome back, Danny. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I got, man.
I'm back, baby. I'm back.
So
Yo, nah, go ahead, now.
I was just gonna say it looks like unconditionally is being used here in the sense that when he signed knowing that they would get him a title shot regardless of who. Because I'm not really understanding the wording of that. That didn't bother you? Did he?
No, bro, that's exactly I'm saying. The wording threw me off. It's kind of funny, like, bro, the wording just opened my mind up to start. Like, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like you heard me say, that's why they ain't called Bill back because the wording makes me think we don't want to sign a Matchroom. So it was like, we weren't gonna sign a Matchroom for that either. So You know, they're both titles. I mean, they're both title fights. Obviously, one would have been a unification, but the wording just threw me off completely.
Well, I was talking the sentence before about Bottle. It says sources with intimate knowledge of talks have informed boxing scene that Bottle unconditionally signed for what would be his first major title fight.
They
So,
both threw me off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like both
what does
statements.
unconditionally mean though to you in that? Because
See, I took it as regardless of date, location.
an opponent, because it means without condition or limit. So it's like, damn, can I
The
really
only
sign for
reason
the? I
the
mean, I
only
guess he
reason
still could
my
say
mind
no, though, right?
the only reason my mind ain't go as far as opponent is because we're talking like the article is specific to that fight. You
I'm
know,
just
so
saying he still
Matias
could
is
say
obviously
no.
the champ.
He still could
Huh?
say no. It's not like just because I signed that I'm gonna fight my next fight is a title shot. I can still say no, right?
I mean,
Because
again, it just depends. It just depends what it means. Because if it means opponent too, then I would say yeah, you could say no. But if it means and bro, even if it means like, what if Eddie told him like, yo, I'll give you 1.5 million for or 1.2 million for a title shot, whether it's just throwing it out to Devin or Subriel. And he like, well, fuck it. Obviously, this fight bigger, but maybe if I would have fought Matias, I wouldn't be getting 1.2 for Matias. You know, maybe I'd be getting less. So it's like, regardless, or I'm just talking, but I thought it was just regardless of location, date. I didn't think it was regardless of opponent because again, this article is specific to Matias and Paro.
my man, you need to hit the thumbs up if you want the chat unlocked any faster, man. You feel me? We want them thumbs up the way you want to chat. We got double R.
I honestly love the members only simply because it serves as a moderator. It's like one less thing you and I have to do for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, y'all got me?
Yep.
Shouts out to the boxing voice, man. Shouts out to Ness. Shouts out to Ring Walk. Ring Walk. Shouts out to Daddy, man. Shouts out to King, I mean, the whole squad. Subriel and Liam Pato. Pato, he's Spanish, ain't he? Or not?
Nah, he
Nah,
from
Australian.
Australia.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, that's a big ass fight right there, then. Take that motherfucker to PR Australia, man. Them two different demographics right there. And like Ness said, man, they gonna think Subriel black anyway. Shit, he dark as me, even though he's Spanish. But yeah, man, I like that, man. Shit, I hope Paro wins. Look like we might get another Australia fight with Haney. Haney get some more Australian fans. Cause Subriel spook. I don't think Panda or the other dude, they ain't called Haney back, Bill back yet. And this 2024. That's since last year. Shit. So I'll take that fight right there, man. Really want it in Puerto Rico though. Puerto Rico need another big fight, man. They need that. They need that. That'll bring them motherfuckers out. Or put them in or don't New York do like the Puerto Rican Day Parade? This shit big in New York, ain't it?
That is in June, right, Ness?
It is big, but I think you guys are all like undervaluing what he's trying to do. When's the last time we had a championship level fight in Puerto Rico? Not in a little ass weight class. You know what I'm saying? Something that
I
mattered.
mean, shit.
Uh,
I mean, it's gonna
Yeah.
be when Amanda fight.
yeah,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
not a
Amanda?
male, not a male.
Okay.
You know,
I hope him and Amanda on the
and
same card to PR
her
then.
card ain't gonna be as good as this card because her main event ain't as good as this main event. Is she
Oh,
even
just saw Amanda
is
on
she
a
even
different
defending
card.
the belt? I thought she vacated the belt.
Nah, she
I
vacated
don't
the
know. I have to
WBC.
look. So yeah, man. But PR that'll be a big ass good ass fight.
Hopefully, if he do win in PR, right? Say if he do win, if they book this fight, he win. That'll be really still a big ass fight for Haney, because then that'll be a unification bout over there after a championship fight. So yeah, I like that too. Shit, or back in Australia with another unification bout with Haney. I mean, either way it go, Haney in the win-win situation. Hopefully, still again. The fuck they talking about boogeyman? Sound like this man more like a ghost for real. Cause anytime Haney come in the division or around it, if somebody looking for a savior.
That's the bell, champ. That is the bell. Tip Bellis. Tip. Copy cool.
What's going on, General? What's going on?
What up?
Shit. Yeah, man. Interesting fight. I'm all for it. It's dope. Kind of touch on what y'all was saying earlier. Puerto Rico. He's getting well known in Puerto Rico by his numbers is going up. Like Trinidad went on record stating that that's his favorite fighter as of right now in Puerto Rico. So even with that, and that was a big time mainstream interview that Felix Trinidad had. And they asked him who was his favorite fighter, and he said right now it would be Subriel Matias. So just with that kind of publicity is how Matias has been growing out in the island, and why his social media has been blowing up. Everybody's starting to know who this kid is. So soon enough, his numbers
Yeah,
will grow.
that makes sense. And that's what I said he needed. I don't know if you were on the show when I mean that's like,
Yeah, that's
you know
why
what I
I brought it up.
bro. Yeah, nah, that's exactly what he need right there.
hmm And you know what? And I'm sure that with that fight coming to the island, you're gonna get the big names. You're gonna have the Cotto. You're gonna have, Felix Trinidad. You're gonna have Benita. You're gonna have those guys, those old heads, come to see him because he is the newfound child of Puerto Rico in a sense. That we're most exciting fighter. Now that Amanda's doing this, this is kind of Amanda too. She going back to the island. Doing what she's doing, it's pretty much like a teaser, you know what I'm saying, or like just warming the waters up to allow the public to understand that these fighters are gonna happen. So it's a dope concept. It's a good fight, and let's see what happens, bro. I want to see the outcome of this and potentially what comes after this, like with the Haney and all those guys. Hopefully they don't pull away from it, But yeah, man, that's really all I really had, man. And just kind of bring that up, because he is getting blessed. He is getting the blessings from those guys, those big names in Puerto Rico, and kind of to rebuttal what you were saying, Danny. That's exactly what's happening, especially in all those media outlets in Puerto Rico. Those boxing podcasts that are in Puerto Rico, they are blessing this kid. They are having the interviews, and that's how he's growing. And eventually, that's going to come stateside in a fighter like Paro that has an Australian fan base. That's going to even be bigger. You're going to see the Australians. They're probably going to adopt him, after if he wins and he produces the fight that we all think he's going to produce. And that sets up the pretty much the way for the way for what's going to happen in the future. But as far as that document that you were talking about, I think that the unconditionally means that like there's no expectations. So if he doesn't have to produce much. You know what I'm saying? So if he whether win fail, win or lose, he's still gonna be signed to them. He doesn't, it's not a 3-fight deal like my man that you had earlier on the show was, forced to fight. I just think it's unconditionally, meaning that he's fighting to fight. He can leave after one fight or he can continue on if he wants to, and he doesn't have to produce wins or anything like that. If that's the case, just that's what I think that wording kind of falls into place. But that's my call, bro.
All right. Tip, trying you again.
Yo,
Yo.
yo, yo, yo. What's the word, man? What's the word? Hey, shout out to Conor Benn, man. My boy showed out the other night in a tough fight. He had a tough fighter in front of him. You know what I'm saying? He just getting his groove back. So, it's gonna take some time for y'all to see the destroyer. Uh, you know, and I just want to shout out to the face of boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? For trying to make big fights happen. When the bully your little brother, you just gotta step up and you gotta take care of business first. Ain't that what they do next? They take care of the bully. We bully the bullies, right?
Who's the bully? I'm lost in your like.
I mean, I don't hear none. You know what I'm saying? I guess what I'm saying when it comes to the face of boxing, it's kind of different. But yeah,
You
Subriel
don't hear
Matias,
me?
man. Subriel
What the
Matias.
fuck?
I spoke it into existence, man. I spoke it into existence. I told y'all, Liam Paro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a fight that'll somewhat get you ready for the big fight. Do I like it for Paro coming off one fight against old boy from Ohio? Not too much, you know what I'm saying? But it'll do. It'll do. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much stardom it'll give Subriel, being that he's fighting an Australian, not really so much well known to like the public audience. But it'll do. You know what I'm saying? He got to do it in spectacular fashion. Yeah, that's it for the most part, man. Fight week, man. Tiafimo, Jermaine Ortiz. Ness, what you doing? What you doing this week, man? When the show's gonna start?
Tip, do you hear me though?
Oh, I can't hear you, bro.
Why not? The fuck?
I thought he was trolling at
I
first.
thought so too.
He fucking with me
Malcolm,
serious.
Malcolm, what up?
Yo,
Malcolm,
yo, you
can
hear
you
me?
hear
You
us?
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Do you want to go back to Tip and then you could just come back to me?
Nah, he dropped off. I don't know. He must got some issues over there. I don't know why he can't hear us.
Oh, all
We
right,
heard him just fine.
We heard him perfectly.
for sure. Yeah, shout out CBV. Everybody like, share, retweet. They say everything, but we gonna join members in Patreon, man. Uh, I like the fight. With Matias and Paro, if it happens. But there's and you're implying what? They're supposedly he's gonna be in Puerto Rico?
Yep, that's what the report is from boxing scene.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
A
What
summer
a
date.
caller was saying earlier.
They were
Sorry.
saying a summer date to be determined in Puerto Rico. So the venue isn't determined, but just the location, Puerto Rico in the summer.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that, man. You guys were touching up on it earlier. It's a shame that somebody like him doesn't have this huge Puerto Rican fan base. I know they're pushing Berlanga and Xander to be really the face of Puerto Rico. But to be fair, I feel like Matias really just embodies Puerto Rico just in general. He has his English is pretty bad. He has the accent and he's really you could tell he's deeply rooted in the culture. You know what I'm saying? And that's somebody that should kind of have the face. So him fighting, I think is gonna do good. Everybody would definitely come out and show support. And then you fighting an Australian, they always tune in for their people. They're just as supportive as the UK fan base. I have him beating Paro. Bottle, he's gotten good work. We know that he sparred like Devin and Shakur, and that he just got this Montana Love win. But I don't know how he'll do against somebody with a Matias like style. You're pretty good, and you've gotten experience with like slick black fighters. But Matias is a little unorthodox, and he just throws all these punches. But yeah, I just hope that it goes well. I didn't want him sitting out too much. But I really wanted him, Lopez, and Devin, one of them, to like just really mix it up this year. And it seems like two of them are gonna have some fights. I didn't want him to sit out and then just wait for the fucking injury and then wait for one of them to fight because I'm not too crazy about layoffs and shit. Yeah, I really think that's it, man. I ain't got nothing really else to just say. And shout out Danny, man. Yo, welcome back, man. We missed you on the show. And then, when are y'all gonna talk about the Lopez shit?
What, Tio?
Appreciate it, champ. But yeah, Tio probably
Yeah, this
later on.
week. This week. I mean, the fight's in
This
3
week for
days, so
sure.
probably this afternoon or tomorrow
Yeah,
morning.
I'll be at the
Yeah,
media workouts today.
Yeah, hey, I look forward for the footage, man. I like all the little behind the scenes shit. And their blood, sweat, and tears, man. That shit was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yo,
I'm
yeah,
feeling
that
how
shit
they're
was
both
pretty good.
promoting themselves.
I gotta
Yeah, that shit
watch
had
it.
me locked in.
That shit ain't even come across my timeline. That's bananas.
Yeah, yo, it's good, man. I'm not gonna lie. You know, Lopez knows how to promote himself, and I was feeling whatever Ortiz was saying. He's pretty likable,
Nah,
so yeah.
for sure. Even Jermaine opened up himself, and I've been around Jermaine. I personally know him, and I can say that I learned things about Jermaine that I never knew. So, I enjoyed it.
You
I
ain't
was
been in his
watching.
camp. You ain't go see him spar this fucking camp.
I didn't.
Damn. I was about to defend you, Danny. I'm like, don't take that. You be in the top ranked gym.
Bro,
But nah.
Danny,
No, he
man.
wasn't at Top Rank though. He didn't do his camp at Top
You
Rank.
ain't even going to see my boy Robert Merriweather, bro.
I'm gonna go see Robert, and
You
as
don't
far
even
as
know
the
where
other
he
people you told,
training.
no, let me tell you. As far as the other people, bro, he trained at that gym in Summerlin, bro. It's an MMA gym. Stop it.
Who,
So
Robert?
yeah,
You know
and
whose gym it is?
bro, I've been there for my MMA people. But as far as your other boys at that gym, which I won't even speak on right now,
Which gym?
bro. Remember the
Wait,
guys
before
you
my
told me
time
to
run up,
no.
hold on. Before my time run
All right,
up, my
bro.
fault, y'all.
Bro, your
Is there
bell
money
been
to be
ran.
made this weekend?
Is there money to make, man? We gotta see, cause we
Tune
thought it
into the
was money.
betting show.
We thought it was money to
Betting
make
show
this week,
Wednesday.
and Danny fucking forsaken us, abandoned us, and let us make the wrong. My man receives $1 million. I can't believe Danny sometimes. I swear to God.
All right, man. Shout out TVV. I'm gonna keep tuning in. I appreciate you. I look
I
forward to
can't
the better.
believe you
I
sometimes.
literally said it on the show to y'all too, like, yo, they wilding in the betting chat, like they doing mad research. I'm thinking, you know, yo, check out this tweet pertaining to
Bro,
the
but I'm gonna
show.
be honest with you. When I look up and at my phone after doing a couple interviews, right? And I see there is 82 new messages in the betting chat. Sorry, brother. I don't have the time to go back to read all 82
Yeah, I
fucking
mean, you should
messages.
have thought like, damn, when do I see 82? Because that ain't off. It ain't like they be just in there chit chat and the shit picks up for the fight week. But it's all good. Check out this tweet pertaining to the show. This is Jake Donovan, obviously boxing scene writer, and he is getting more into the story. Let me just double check because yes, he wrote the original story. So obviously, once his story broke, people are asking questions, and he's answering based off his knowledge. Remember, it says intimate sources that he has. So his knowledge of the situation. Someone asks him or makes a statement saying, told you he, being Matias, wouldn't be a priority with the Premier Boxing Champions. Laugh out loud. Jake Donovan responds and says, it's been clear forever. He was stuck in camp for like 8 months before the Ponce fight. So, again, this is why I'm just showing this stuff because it's like, why are you not jumping on it, you know, when no one else is trying to do the things that we are hearing rumors and stories are being written for you.
Why isn't who jumping on it?
Hold on, let me read this. Matias's team.
Okay. But for those of you tuned in, make sure to smash the like, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you have the notification bell turned on so you know each and every time we go live. Like lots and lots of content coming this week. So you also get notified for all the behind the scenes, all the fight week, everything going on you don't want to miss.
So basically, PBC wanted him to stay, and they gave him one more fight to persuade him, but that didn't do it. And now he's a free agent. So the last fight was which one we seen from him?
The Ergashev.
Man, that's weird. Maybe it was not that fight didn't do it. Maybe it's the future not being clear, because obviously you can't get mad at someone for serving you your mandatory. You got to face your mandatory. So it's got to
Right.
be.
And now, I mean, for whatever it was worth, it was on the pay-per-view undercard. You got pay-per-view time.
Yeah. So it got to be more about what they couldn't commit to
Paid him?
doing. Oh, I didn't even think money. Because if he went back and took another one fight to be persuaded, obviously that's why he went back and took it. Because the money was right.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Because he was already in talks with Matchroom. Jake Donovan, let me just show this tweet here. They were ready to move. Yes. Okay. So this is one of those tweets that shows that he was already in talks with Matchroom last year and then was persuaded by PBC to stay. So he's answering this gentleman that says, does Team Matias want to stay? And he says they were ready to move on last year, but were persuaded to stay one more fight. They're willing to leave the door open, smart business parentheses, but want the best deal and to be active. The unfortunate reality is the Premier Boxing Champions can't deliver that and hasn't for him since he signed with them. Exactly. It's like, why believe that they're going to do something that they haven't been able to do? You go to Matchroom, you'll get 3 fights. Especially with his punching power, he could fit in 4 fights because, he ain't going 12 rounds. It all depends who they put in front of him, though, right? Tip Bellis, trying you again.
Yeah, G. Y'all hear me?
We certainly do.
All right, bet. All right. So, I mean, should I start it over? You know what I'm saying? Or did you hear what I said?
We heard you perfectly. You just couldn't hear us. So, we heard your entire call. It was more about you not being able to hear us because you had kind of asked the question that I now do not remember.
Oh, I think it was about how we bullying the bullies. You know what I'm saying? Over on this side.
I was saying, who's the bully? I'm sorry. I don't even know who you're referring to.
What you mean? Conor Benn is clearly the bully.
Oh, okay. So now I'm lost. Okay, so who's he bullying?
So you don't remember when Conor Benn was coming at your boy, and then your boy was acting all sugar shit. So now Tank done stepped in, and now the whole boxing world complaining that Tank done stepped in. You know what I'm saying? And want to fight this guy?
Who was Conor coming at exactly?
Come on, man. You know who Conor was coming at?
No, you're not being clear.
The quote unquote your face of boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Why you
the
saying
undisputed champ?
Why you saying quote unquote? When did I quote? Don't say quote unquote like I like you're quoting me calling Devin the face of boxing. Secondly,
damn.
Secondly,
how you know I was talking about Devin?
My bro, what else are you talking about? I'm trying to get on with this Devin, call. But my point is like I don't see how he's bullying Devin when Devin's representative, his manager, and representative CEO of DHP was personally invited. Excuse me. Just giving facts to the listening audience that may be persuaded by your lies. The representing CEO, Chief Operating Officer, was there. He got invited. He had special treatment by Matchroom and Conor Benn. So these lies that you're making up about bullies and yada, 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 there's even viral videos, many different angles, right? Matchroom and DAZN made their own outside of the many content creators that were there of the viral moment where Bill approached Conor and respectfully they agreed to get it on. So this misleading call is strange. It's strange.
Bill and Devin are 2 different people. You know what I'm saying? Because Devin energy seemed a little bit different from what Bill. That's all I'm saying.
Sir, for the many years you've come to know Bill on this show, he's the one that conducts the business.
Hey, I'm just saying.
For the many years that you come on this show, you've heard Bill say, "Oh, I contacted Ness, or I contacted Danny, or and we spoke about this." It never was Devin involved in those conversations.
Hey, but Les, what I'm saying is, when it comes to Dev and you talk to Dev about Conor Benn, Dev ain't have no energy, you know what I'm saying, towards Conor Benn. He ain't want to showcase no energy.
Maybe you not picking up on the breadcrumbs that Devin Haney is dropping. But maybe he's just, taking the advice of TBV. Shout out to Two-Toner Superstar that also follows me on that advice. And maybe he's just turning into Dev Dollars and he's doing the same thing that Mayweather did when he had his first fight in the UK and he gyrated the audience, right? And he was basically saying, fuck the UK, right? And he wore the jersey. Remember that moment? Maybe that's what Dev is doing. Ho,
I
fan.
guess.
Ho, fan, because you ain't pick up the breadcrumbs. Maybe that's what Dev is doing by saying, fuck Conor Benn. Maybe he's trying to play villain here. Dev Dollars is the villain. You feel me?
That's more like I don't want to fight Conor Benn is the energy I'm getting.
I mean,
you know
maybe by letting Conor Benn know he not the A side and saying fuck Conor Benn, that paycheck is also a little bit bigger.
See, because it's like they got these words, Bill Haney and them, like they always say these words, like, what I'm saying?
What?
They say everything but let's fight. When it came to Conor Benn, it was everything but let's fight before Saturday. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
even understand this, bro. Like, you going in circles when you know that Bill was there and they made a viral moment of it. Like, you just sound weird today.
Bill said, when that opportunity come, man, he ain't say, yo, let's make it happen next. Nah, man. It's always
they gotta sit down.
They gotta sit down. They do these things where they sidestep shit, man. It's just like, look, if Devin really wanted to fight Tank, man, Devin know what he got to do, man. You got to compromise, bro. You got to take what's given to you. See, Devin keep talking this, yo, I want the same offer Ryan got. Bro, you not even worth the same amount as Ryan, bro.
My bro. I thought we was talking Matias and Paro, man.
We are. But I just want to get this out of the way because I don't think we talked about this. What are you talking about, Danny? I watched the fight. What are you talking about? And I do agree with you, Danny. Pistol Pete did win more than one round. That shit was crazy. I ain't believing that scorecard. That shit was crazy.
Like I said, how many rounds you give him? Did you give him 4?
He won about three to 4. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, about 3 to 4.
All right, so they was right there. 1 over, 1 under.
Yeah, but one round is kind of crazy, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I mean, they making it seem like bro got beat bad. Like, it wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? I do wish he would have let his hands go more. Like, he was just holding back. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he would have let his hands go, like, he caught Conor with some shit. If he was like, it's something about being shelled up where you just can't be as offensive as you want to.
He caught him with some uppercuts. It was at least 2 uppercuts that landed clean on Conor fucking chin. Oh man.
But that's what happens when you ain't got a jab, bro. You gotta have a jab to set shit up like that. You know what I'm saying? Conor Benn was expecting that right hand the entire time, even though he was like, when you can see a punch like that, you're not gonna get the same reaction.
Yeah, but appreciate you coming on.
With your
you and
hour
I,
synopsis
and us know that Conor is food for your guy. He's food for our guy. So
it's just funny now that Tank wants Conor. He's a viable opponent now. Now everybody is like Conor
now
fans.
He a bully. Now he a bully.
Everybody
now
Conor
he
fans.
A bully.
I love it though. That's what we need, bro.
Fandom. They call one of them. They call one of them private school. They call one a bully.
Ness, Danny, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, shout out to y'all, man. Hey, I'm in agreement, man. Pistol Pete, man, he won at least 3 rounds, man. The thing that hurt him so much, man, it looked like his punches was just so fucking slow, man.
Word.
And they just ain't start getting effective until like maybe like round 4 and 5. And that sneaky uppercut, man, made Conor Benn rethink some things and shit. Made him slow down how aggressive
some of that
he
body
was.
work too.
He was hitting him with some strong shit. I'm surprised he survived the fight, man, in all honesty. But, it is what it is. But Conor Benn, I don't think Conor Benn's scared of any of those guys for real, man. But I don't think Conor Benn's good enough to beat Tank or Devin. But the show's not about that, man. The show's about Matias. Yeah, he was previously in talks with Matchroom, man, but in all honesty, man, do you think he could actually really make some noise over there? Do you think he could beat a Catterall? Do you think he could beat a Regis still?
Do you think he can even? I mean, Paro will be his
Can
best
who
opponent
can
on his
who
record.
can who beat who? You out here wilding, yo. I love
I'm
you.
dead ass
Yo,
serious.
tip a hater and you like another version of a different kind of hater. Y'all funny as hell. How you going?
I'm serious,
So he not the A
bruh.
side in them fights that you just mentioned? Which fight you said? You said
Shit,
Pyro.
not in the Catterall
You said Cataro, Pyro, and who else?
and Regis.
And he not the A side in them 3 fights.
He might be on the A side in y'all casual minds. And
My
shit,
dude,
but he
if
ain't
they
gonna...
give him them 3 fights, he better jump on that deal. Jump on
no
that
fucking
deal.
way. If that's the case, he should have signed it already then. Because I can guarantee.
My
those
man,
are the fights that match.
first of all, that's activity. First of all, that's activity that
Bruh,
he ain't getting.
some that he
And
ain't
secondly,
some that he ain't getting on PBC. You're right.
secondly, all those names are bigger than whatever PBC gave him.
That's a fact. But man, then why he ain't jump on it since it's such easy work then? That
I ain't saying he ain't. We ain't saying he ain't. We just got the report
if
today.
You was his team, if you was his team, you would have told him when that rumor came out, when Regis slipped up and said, yeah, me and Matias or something like that, you would have been like, man, Matias' team better be all over this shit so we can make some noise. You would have said that. You know, but I guess his team really don't believe in him like
just
people
like
wanna believe they do.
Just like Bud, you know, when he was ready to go, you know, Bob said, yo, let me try again, and if I can't get it done, I'll give you an extra $1 million. It's the same thing they said.
But,
not in those terms, but they said, yo, let me get another chance.
Giving this nigga extra $10K, extra $50,000?
We don't know what they giving. But all we know is that they asked for another chance. They asked for another chance, and obviously now Matias is moving on, allegedly.
Okay. So what? So on these 13 days, he's gonna co-main some shit, or he's gonna just go ahead and be the opening act?
No, well that's what we saying. That it looks like he's moving on from PBC.
Hopefully.
He's no longer contractually obligated. They asked for one more fight. He gave them that, and he's a free agent. And he was already in talks, you know, late last year. Like we've been saying. We've been talking about Matias fighting Hitchens in Puerto Rico.
Man, Hitchens gonna beat the shit out of his ass, man. But on the Paro though, man, I thought Paro was going the WBO route though, man. That's what the wasn't that what?
Well, that's
Montana
probably
Love and his fight was.
Yeah, but that's probably
So
what unconditionally means, right? He signed unconditionally, so it's like Matchroom promised to get you a title shot. They ain't tell you what sanction.
That's true. How many more fights does Tio have left on his Top Ring deal?
Ooh, nah, that's probably top secret because he re-signed, remember?
Ah, touche. Okay, bet, say less. All right, man. Well, hey, shout out to you, shout out to Danny, man. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man, for what y'all give to the community every day, man. Salute to y'all. I'm out.
Appreciate you, champ.
Yes, sir, man. Thanks for tuning in, supporting the show.
Word.
Yo. I forgot about that. You seen your man's pulled out the bottle Douce, right? Poured it into the Grammy.
Nah. Bro, I didn't watch that shit live. I only seen that one clip.
Nah, I ain't watched none of that shit. But obviously it was a few things that made it to my timeline that he was the main one.
I ain't see that shit. I wish.
Yo, they fucking they announced like best rap artist or best rap album of the year, whatever, and Killer Mike won, and then 30 minutes later he being escorted out by LAPD in handcuffs.
Yeah, I seen that on the Shade Room and all the other sites sent it to my thing. Leonard Sterling, 2-pounder. Regis video Insta post 3 days ago, 3-time champion. Maybe he was offered as an option, Danny. Maybe Matchroom hit him up like, yo, you'd be willing to fight Matias in Puerto Rico? Because that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's never just one opponent. So maybe Matchroom is trying to offer Matias options in Puerto Rico. If that's the case, should he take Regis over there because it's a bigger name, or is Liam Paro being undefeated sexier from a marketing standpoint?
I mean, obviously you can tie Regis to Devin, right? But I don't know if him coming off the loss is gonna make it appealing
And it would be a
Um,
title shot off a loss.
I
Same thing
think
that
right,
this kid
and I
is
think
getting from
Paro,
Dora.
and I think Paro, not just being in position, but having an international fan base. Now, I'm not saying it's the biggest, right? I ain't saying, but we do know that Australians, uh, for one, he was the first Matchroom Australia headline. Um, he has a little fan base, so I think that you can also tie him. Obviously, his would be Spawn, but he has sparred Shakur and Devin. So I don't know. I think probably Paro would be the more appealing right now.
Yeah, man.
But I don't know. I don't know. I
I need
think
these rumors
again,
to
like
be
you said,
true.
Regis. The thing is, it's like you said, Regis would be getting a title shot coming off the loss. That's
Yeah,
the
that's
only
not
thing.
that's not that's not gonna fall well with boxing fans. But I want these rumors to be true, man. For real, for real. Um, Tevis Smith, $10. Don King did the talking for Felix Trinidad. Yeah, we need somebody to talk for Matias. That's why signing to Eddie would be good because Panda's doing a good job, but he's a trainer. You know, um, there's no one talking for Matias. There's no one out here actively saying, "Oh, he's ducking him." If Tank ain't ducking him, tell him I got this. Like, even if it's fake, you need somebody talking. You need a promoter fucking promoting. It's just the bottom line. Next super chat comes from Daniel Vega, $2. You guys gonna do a live fight chat on Thursday? Of course. Danny's going to the fight. He was approved. And I'll be doing a live fight chat from right here, watching it. But I don't know, man, because these guys be starting fights late. I mean, at least Top Rank does a lot of undercards, so I'll be live for sure. Actually, I'll be live for sure. But
Bro, you just saying that because you on the East Coast, but when
no,
you
no,
out
no,
here,
Danny.
it's
Yesterday,
good thing.
yeah, but yes, because I'm on. Yup. It is, bro. The other night I was doing a live for the Ashton's live. I don't even know who was fighting. I couldn't take it. I was out. It was crazy. And then what's fucking with, oh, I know now. So this is the issue. Like, I ended the live because the fight was whack. So it's hard to have a live that I'm supposed to be talking when the fight is not good and they doing so much clinching. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of dead air. So I'm like, yo, I'm going to just end it. I didn't ever stop watching a card. I just laid down in my chase and kept watching it. It just wasn't a
Right.
card to do a live. There's not much to say, but ironically enough, when I end the motherfucker, they start actually banging. And somehow the dude got a knockdown, and eventually it was a stoppage. It's crazy. Shout out to him because we've seen him before. He's the mute boxer. Goggle is it, how you say that in English?
I cannot. What you mean mute?
No, I said wrong. I said Goggle was wrong. Goggle is when you stutter. Mudo. How you say mudo in English?
Yeah, mute.
Oh, is that the right term though? For English?
I thought so.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
he
Mudo,
can't speak.
Mudo is mute, bro.
He can't speak, and he won, bro. He got like a WBA now. He about to get a big ass fight, and he came out with the dope ring outfit too. He had like some, I don't know, Undertaker shit going on. It was pretty dope, man. And then Ashton, I watched his fight. I kept thinking he was gonna get the knockout. The kid actually got some talent and good power. His power carries too. He didn't get the knockout over a durable dude, but it carries.
You know what I just thought of?
What up?
It's gonna be 10:30 on the East when the Top Rank card starts. Like the main card starts on Thursday.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy. That's crazy. What time the undercards, the prelims?
4. So 7 your time.
That's crazy. Actually, that's right on par though. The issue is gonna be that main event, bro. That's gonna be tough, bro. Tough. Whatever. Ronnie in Phoenix, what up? Ronnie, yo, DM me, bro. DM me, please, on my personal. There's a spot I want to go to in Phoenix. Not Phoenix, but Arizona. I want to ask you all about. Arizona got some amazing looking spots, bro. You gotta go to. His Instagram be pushing shit to you like 10 places you gotta go to Arizona before you die. And it's like, oh wow, I didn't know that shit existed in Arizona. And I'm so close whenever I get back to Vegas. We got Ronnie $2 that says, morning TBV Nest. Did you contact Garcia's people? What Garcia? What Garcia, bruv? I'm trying to correlate this Garcia. Elijah, yeah, he's on the show. We should be getting him. Let me see. What does my calendar say? I think you made me check, and it might be tonight. He might be an afternoon guest. All right. So William Cepeda's tomorrow morning, and Elijah is Wednesday evening, 7:30 show. I gotta cancel somebody on Thursday because I forgot the fight was Thursday. But yeah, Cepeda Tuesday morning, and Elijah Garcia with PBC Wednesday evening at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. If you're a member of Patreon, you can go ahead and drop them questions on either platform. We got Baby Joker $2. Tim needs to come out with Mexican gear on versus Thurman. Word is born. It's his opportunity to come out with the sombrero, just like Mayweather and Tank. It's his opportunity right now. You know, certainly the poncho and the fucking Mexican hat, and say he disrespected Mexico. I'm doing this for us. Oh, he might have to make a poncho that has like Mexican in the back and Australia in the front. That's right. He can't just abandon his country. Or maybe come out with a poncho that is the Australian flag, but wear the Mexican hat, sombrero. Fucking Danny got busy, but that might be a better idea. Make your poncho, make a Mexican poncho, an Australian flag, and wear the Mexican sombrero. That might do it. We got Keep It Moving Boxing, $2. Facts, Ness. Money bag. Rolly, don't talk to TBV. He trash. Wastebasket emoji. Throwing in the trash emoji. He talks to me, bro. He talks to me. And that's why I told Danny to attempt because, you know, I thought he didn't talk to me, and he had no problems talking to me multiple occasions when I was going to the Mayweather gym. I was training there for like a week or two with Ken Porter, and yeah, he talked to me, no issues. And I thought we had an issue, so I'm different. You know, I'm a Gemini, I'm confrontational, so I'm like, yo, we got a problem? Like, fuck we did, because I'm trying to get you on the show. And he's like, nah, I ain't got no problem with you. But he did make it clear he had a problem with Danny, but that's why I told Danny to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Matt Bet 100, $2. Second dose, Broner versus Ben. Tank versus the world. Where'd Broner get in this conversation? Another Broner chat. Okay, $2, Manuel. Broner now wants the Ben fight. They was DMing. Okay. You know, it's funny, right? Because these were options for Devin originally, right? Like Broner, and people laugh and say, oh, he only fights old people. Then Ben, and they be like, oh, you know, he's cherry picking. And now, like, look, these guys are like also being targeted by Broner. I'm not saying Earl targeted him, but because Earl had an opinion, Ben offered him the fight. Hitchens came out and he wants to fight. I mean, there was so many, right? I'm trying to think. His name got hot. Oh, Josh Kelly came out and mentioned him. You know, Tank mentioned him. So, yeah, his name was certainly hot on them streets, and it's getting even hotter. It's getting even hotter because, you add now Broner to the list of Gervonta Davis, Earl Spence, Devin Haney, Josh Kelly, and now Richardson Hitchens, Adrian Broner, all asking and talking about fights with Conor. So yeah, that's called profile building, you know. And it's hilarious because it wasn't a bad performance. It's like, yo, he basically won every round, like we're sitting here arguing whether or not he won more than 2 rounds in 1 round, but not more than 3. So that means he did good. But yeah. We going to Tim Boski. What up? Phone lines are open, Discord and Twitter Spaces available. All right. Kerry G, counter.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, I forgot to mention that Julian Williams Quiet Storm dude. That
Yes. That's the fight I was
was
just
one of the
talking
most.
about.
Oh really? I did because I'm behind on your broadcast because I'm listening onto YouTube right now doing some work on the house, and then I was like, holy shit, I forgot to mention if you had talked about that at all. It's crazy. Um, That dude, I was curious. I was like, I wonder if being deaf like really affects you, like with that. And I think it affects the opponents more than him. It's like I feel like in boxing, like we always talk about getting into rhythm and timing and stuff. So I feel like boxers are trying to see who can grasp a hold of the rhythm, who can control the timing, and that has to do with I feel like the ambient noise going on around in the fight and everything like that. So it's crazy to me. I think like the 8-0 dude. I don't know if it was like Vasquez or Velasquez or something like that. I feel like he walked into that ring and looked at the dude and was like, "What the hell is up with this guy?" Like he's moving off beat to like I guess like what the beat that's going around in the crowd, the announcers, all the noise and stuff, music, and he's just moving awkwardly as if he's just like listening to something in his own head. And I think that was throwing off the other dude's timing extremely because it felt like he didn't know when it was his turn, when is it this guy's turn, when is it like my turn to try to disrupt his turn. It just seemed like he was getting hit like when rappers be rapping on the offbeat. It was like he was fighting on the offbeat and it was throwing that dude for a loop. Like he was getting so frustrated. It's just like, no man, like it's my turn to punch right now. Why are you punching? Like it was one of the most interesting things I see. Like it's like the guy was fighting in his own little world. I was like, is he even seeing an opponent in front of him and just throwing punches? Like it was really interesting to watch. Like so, it felt like he was maybe even more like I guess hyper focused. He has less stimuli to affect him, like with all the outside noise and stuff. So I wonder if like when we talk about fighters, like can he handle this stage? Can he handle this level and these lights and stuff like that? Maybe if this guy gets to a bigger stage, like it's not going to affect him as much as other fighters because one whole access of stimuli being sound is cut off from him. So I don't know. It felt like it was kind of increasing his focus and throwing off the other guy because the guy seemed so frustrated, man. You feel like he didn't know when he was supposed to do anything. And I would tune into the live chat when
it's
you
not
go.
like this guy was leaps and bounds more skilled. This was an ugly fight that he happened to land that shot to finally hurt his guy, but like this was a horrible fight. It was a horrible fight.
Yeah,
It was it
I was
was
watching it and I saw
excessive.
you tap out.
No, it was excessive clinching. It was just. I mean, the referee was. I don't know. He had to be an amateur. I don't remember today who he was, but something had to be wrong with that referee because he should have been to control of that fight. That's not what the product that you want on television. You have to instruct the referee to give a point in that situation rather than doing 10 rounds of that shit because people are tuning out. they're falling asleep. That
Yeah,
shit was
and
brutal.
I don't think it was Williams' fault. I think that it was the other guy who was getting frustrated. Like he kept initiating because he didn't like fighting that range point like blank, and he had no inside game. So if you got no inside game, and you keep going on the inside, it's gonna just be you hugging on some dude. Because I think he just truly did not know what to do at all. The funniest thing to me was like I was watching it and I was like, I wonder what Ness is saying about this shit. So I pulled up on YouTube and you were just like, I can't, and tapped out, and I was like, damn. And then it was
And then it
mad funny
got
to me that
better. It got better
yeah, the
after that.
moment, bro. I mean, literally, the moment I tapped into the stream, and you were like, I'm trying, guys, but I can't," and cut it off. I look back at the screen, excitement explosion, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "This is how." I was like, "I hope he at least is still
No,
watching it,
I
just not on."
did. I did because it was more about it was more about ending the stream because the telecast wasn't giving me anything to say. So I'm sitting there not saying anything because it's terrible boxing. It was terrible. So what do I do? Criticize these guys? Not like, oh my God, another clinch. Here we go. And now they're clinching every 20 seconds. Every time he throws a punch, they clinch. Like, yo, the shit was so corny. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna just end this shit. Like, who wants to hear me complaining? And then the minute I fucking end it, he starts getting a couple knockdowns and he changes the fight, and the guy doesn't even want to continue anymore. So, credit to him. I did stick around and I watched Ashton Slive do his thing. He seems to be talented. I've been watching now maybe all his fights or all the televised ones since fighting on Caribbean Royale and linking with Jake, and I think like one or two before Jake. But uh, you know, he looks good, but I'm just a little turned off. It's not his fault. It's Jake's
Yeah, this
fault.
is promoted from
Yeah,
yeah.
man. He led me to believe that they were gonna do Schofield, and what I seen from him seemed like, is he ready for Schofield? Probably not, because he didn't get that guy out of there. But that's also a guy that never got out of there, never been knocked out.
Yeah, durable.
That he at least knocked down. You know what I mean? And I didn't see
Well, so he
many.
has something late, so that's good.
Yeah, that's what I said. It showed power late. I didn't see many mistakes from him. But again, they're doing a good job with him.
I
I'm
think
not
that
mad.
headbutt was if that headbutt, the fight that Schofield got headbutted and got cut, I would say if that fight didn't happen, but all the other fights happened, I'd be like, no problem against it. But I think like because Schofield, I don't think he's really faced like any crazy adversity from an opponent. But I think having to deal with that like huge fucking open gash and how he took it and how he like fought after that fight, I think that leveled him up specifically, and that's what made me think like, I don't know, man, that showed like a different degree of toughness that like I feel like you only experience can teach that. And that's why I was like, yeah, he probably like 2 to 3 fights away from me like thinking that like he's ready for Schofield, because Schofield to me, like, I don't know, he's looking like a contender now. I know he hasn't like gone against some like crazy opposition, like, he's still waiting on like Jojo Diaz would be the thing that would probably make him that full contender. But that dude's all fear of fighting random dudes on random shows and wants more money. So hey, be like that. But yeah, now Ashton Silva, I think he's really good. Also excited for Matias to get this Paro fight, because Paro seemed to be like a really interesting challenge, and I just want to see, is Matias gonna arm punch his way to success again, man? That'd be crazy. It's like, is this guy just really just able to just like a fucking Voltorb in Pokemon, just absorb, explosion, guy, get him out of there. So I'm excited for that fight. I think it'll help build a bigger fight, like you said, like the title says, to lead to unification. So that's all I got. Thanks, guys.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Got a couple super chats here. What up, player? Good news or bad news? Huh? You breaking up, man. You gonna talk or you muting yourself?
You don't hear me?
Oh, just keep talking?
Hello?
All right.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I said, just snooze, brother. Just snooze.
All
But
right.
where we at with the super chat?
We are at June in the 316. Welcome to the prospect level. Boxing ambassador, member for 23 months on that champ level. He says, when can we get the Elijah Flores on for an interview, champ? I just answered that. He's scheduled for Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific Standard Time. If you're a member or a Patreon, go look for the posts, and you can ask him a question. We got Leonard Sterling with the 20-pounder. Drop a bomb for the dub. Where's the bomb? What the hell? Where'd my bomb go? What the fuck happened here? Oh, it moved. I got
damn, that's one of your favorites.
I know. Leonard Sterling says, writing's on the wall. TGB recently abandoned Huang's other world champion, Emmanuel Rodriguez. Huang had to bid himself, lost to Kometa. Unlike Boots, where there are not many 147-pound names at Matchroom, Matchroom has a very good 140-pound stable. No-brainer to sign. I don't know that they have a very good, because, we don't know what Devin is doing. Devin is, is he there or is he not there? But if we take him out, let's see what Matchroom has technically at 140 that we know. When looking at these rankings across the board, so in the top 10, they definitely got Regis, and they got Hitchens, and they got Catterall. That's actually good. They got 5, 6, 7. Now, if you sign the Matchroom, it can open the door to already DAZN fighters in the number 4, Ramirez, number 8, Barboza. And that's just the ring. When looking throughout the rest of the sanctioning division, Bakatir Akhmadov. O'Hara is with Golden Boy, so I don't know if that makes it any easier, like I just said about Ramirez. Ryan is with Golden Boy, so same thing. Nesta Bravo, is he with Box Lab or did he co-promote with MVP? Liam Paro is over there with Matchroom, so that gives them now 1, 2, 3, 4 with Paro of their own fighters. Not really seeing anything else. What about you?
I think you got him all, champ.
Yeah, I don't know any others. And at least not in... We just seen Oestres fight, but he lost. I'm pretty sure he's the one that lost to the deaf guy. But, yeah. That answers that 20-pounder. And then after that, we got Jay Boogie. Welcome to the contender level. Excuse me. Yeah, that was a mistake. And
Good thing I hopped in there.
Say what? Yeah, good thing you jumped in. For sure. That is everybody, man. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Let me make sure. This is your last call for alcohol. Okay, we got Tim Boski trying you again. Last call for callers. Now is the time to jump on if you're trying to talk.
What you saying, fam?
Yo.
Danny, did you disconnect? Make sure you connected. We hear you, champ.
Connected, bro. I hear you in my head.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. What you saying? What's up? Ring walk. Ring walk. I got some breadcrumbs for you as well. And what you saying, Nesta? What's going on?
What
Hey,
up? What up?
Timboski.
Yes, yes, yes. So let me quickly beat down on the topic quickly. Pause. You got Liam Pardo. We're speaking on Liam Pardo and Subriel Matias. That's a good, decent matchup. You know what I'm saying? Good, decent matchup. I've been watching Subriel Matias for some years now. I've been watching him since he knocked out a common opponent with Terence Bob Crawford, Breeders Prescott. I don't know if anyone watched that fight. I think that was in his home country somewhere, but he knocked him out. I've been watching him since then. You get me? I watched him when he first came to America on the Regis. I think it was on a Regis Prograis and Terry Flanagan card. I see him destroy David Salcido. I see him destroy him. You know what I'm saying to you? I see Liam Pardo. I see Liam Pardo when he first came to America. No. I see him against Brock Jarvis. He's got two decent names in his resume. You get me? I see him against the fight against what's my man's name? Man? And he dropped him. I see Pardo get dropped. In fact, he got dropped by Almo. Yolma Almo. He got dropped by Yolma Almo. So from that, it gave me the breakdown of I see Matias applying too much pressure for him. Liam Pardo could catch Matias with some decent trap counters. You get me? He's got a decent counter right. Matias, I think his pressure would be too much for someone of a Liam Pardo. I wanted to see Liam Pardo against a Richardson Hitchens. I wanted to see him against a Catterall before I saw him against someone of an elite level like Matias. I wanted to see Matias and Barroso. That's what I wanted to really see. You get me? Because Barroso was shot beating out O'Hara Davis in the first round, not someone of Isaac Cruz that looked like shit in his last fight, and now he's getting a title shot against Crayon Itiroli. And move on to you, Ring Walk. You spoke on easy food. What is easy food? Sorry, what did you mean by that? Easy food to who? For what are you talking about?
I was talking to Tip when he brought up the whole bully thing, turn to Conor Benn. I told him that he knows that Conor is food for his guy and Gervonta Davis, and I know that Conor is food for my guy, Devin the Dream Haney.
And you, again, sir, have been smoking on the wrong package today. What did they give you? Well, I don't understand. Like, what don't you get? What don't you get, Dan the man? There's no easy work around here, man. Tank Davis, Abdul Wahid, whatever you want to call him over there, he's not ready to come to 147 and feel that type of power. There ain't going to be no weight drain clauses, none of that bullshit. You understand what I'm saying to you? So he's going to get handled. And then you're talking about Devin Haney. I like Devin Haney, a very sturdy competitor. You know what I'm saying to you? But he's not ready to come to no 147, sir. He was getting hands and puts on him from someone that was meant to be at 130. Someone like a Lomachenko. Conor Benn is more explosive. He hits harder. And he's going to come in with violent, vicious intentions. More than a Lomachenko. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So I don't know what you're talking about easy
Nah,
food.
I don't.
We're
Bro,
coming to
I
fight.
food,
don't.
food,
Bro,
comida.
Conor Ben is a seafood boy for Devin. You feel me? Seafood boy. You feel me?
I
By
don't
the
think
time
your
he
He's
mic
a
jump,
what?
connected. Your
He's a
mic,
what?
maybe your headphone connected, but not your mic. You gotta make sure the mic is connected.
Yeah, connect
Promise
that
you.
mic up, Ring Walk.
Promise you.
Connect that mic up.
You like
Because the
you
way we're
like in
gonna
an
connect,
echo. I mean, it's like you in the room. But Timboski, that is the call. That was the bell, and you are wild. And
I
whenever that fight
appreciate it.
gets made, you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose a lot of money. A lot of money. Yeah. But that looks like everybody. That's GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. We right back at it at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We are back with another show. To the next one. Find your boy Ringwalk at Ringwalk Denny. Peace.
Arrivederci.